Yeah, mic test 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
Can you hear me all right, Linder?
Wait a second. I think we may have been live this whole time. Yeah, definitely. Let me message Breslin.
Hello and welcome to WCBN's continuing coverage of Michigan hockey. I am Stevie Macgregor. Alongside me, Zachary Linder, and in the next few periods, we'll have Ryan Dolson joining the call. We are bringing you the second game in the series between the Boston University Terriers and our Michigan Wolverines. Of course, Michigan took the first game of the series 9-2 on Friday night. But Boston's looking for revenge. They're still ranked as a top 10 team in the country, ranked number 9. And Zach, what do you think of about this game?
Well, I think obviously the first game on Friday, Boston University had the two major penalties run concurrently, gave Michigan 4 minutes of 5-on-3 play. They scored 3 goals there, got up 4-0, and the game was over by that point. They just cruised to a 9-2 win. I don't think that's going to happen here in the second game, just by probability. And I think if you look back to the Lindenwood series, my concern there was Michigan had a ton of shots, and they weren't getting goals out of them. So obviously they did a better job of that in the first game of this series. Obviously the 5-on-3 helped. That's the big thing I think to watch for, is turning their opportunities to score into actual goals. I think if they can do that, they'll be in good position.
Yeah. And to your point, Zach, I believe 7 of the 9 Michigan goals last night, or on Friday night, were on special teams. There were 2 on 4-on-4 play, but we got to see this offense for Michigan get going in 5-on-5, because that's when Boston was really able to get in the game. I mean, obviously you can't exclude the 7 special teams goals. But I mean, if you look at it as just 5-on-5, Michigan only won that game 2-1. So it's gonna be a battle. I definitely expect this game to be a lot closer than Friday night, because this is an experienced Boston team. And right now we have the national anthem. And we are ready for some hockey, folks.
See, as you were talking about, it really, obviously taking advantage of the power plays is a big thing for Michigan. Definitely something they've been doing a good job of this year and they want to keep doing. But as you said, they're going to have to be able to score in 5-on-5 as well. And I think if you look back to the Lindenwood series, which might be more representative when they didn't have all the power plays in the 5-on-3, they got a lot of shots. They completely dominated the shots from the start of those games. They did not dominate in the score from the start of those games.
Yeah, exactly right, Zach. And we thank all you guys listening on YouTube. We are also broadcasting this game live on WCBN FM Ann Arbor, 88.3. So if you want to tune in there and catch some Michigan hockey while you're driving wherever you are on this Sunday afternoon, you know where to find us. And we are about 20 seconds from puck drop. Michigan will send out its 4th line to start the game, it'll send out its 3rd line to start the game. To counter, the Terriers will send out their 4th line. So we will have a nice scrappy battle to start off this game. Michigan to our left, the Boston Terriers to our right, and we are ready for some action. Bit of delay on the puck drop as Nick Granowitz fights away with Sam Stevens. Granowitz wins it, passes off to Steve Holtz, but Sam Stevens there to pick it up, and early odd man rush. Stevens right in on net. Portillo with a save, and we got a stoppage. Oh, it looks like Portillo's helmet came off. Portillo with a nice save there in close, and was not able to corral the rebound, but because his helmet came off, we'll get a defensive zone face-off early for the Wolverines.
And Eric Portillo, obviously an integral part of the Wolverines Frozen Four team last year, getting challenged early there as the Terriers got possession early on. Had a good shot, Portillo able to save it. And getting a little lucky with the stoppage with his helmet coming off, because the Terriers otherwise were going to be in good position to potentially get another shot on goal.
Yeah, and it looked like it was a 2-on-1 rush as Sam Stevens was carrying the puck, and Kaplan was to his right in the slot, but unable to. Nice work from the Michigan D to cut it off and force the shot. As we see another chance right in front, deflected puck up into the netting, and that will be another defensive zone face-off here for the Wolverines. As we see Boston coming out, putting some early pressure here on the Wolverines.
And I think that's their best strategy. Get out early. If they put enough shots on, pretty good chance one will go in. I think if you're the Wolverines, you got to go get the puck over onto the other side and start taking your shots and stop putting so much pressure on Portillo.
Yeah. And now Adam Fantilli and Wilmer Skoog battle for it as Fantilli wins the puck. Back to Jacob Truscott. He passes it over to Dylan Duke as he carries into the Michigan offensive zone, passes it off to Mackie Samiskevich. He dumps it deep. Adam Fantilli recycles it around. That will get out to the point. Jacob Truscott with a deflected shot. Nice save there by Duplay. And now Boston controls the puck behind their own net as they look to get something going. As they play it down, and that's sent down the ice by Tuck. And Luke Hughes will now pick up the puck as he plays it along the boards to Adam Fantilli. And Mackie Samiskevich, nice hit there by Wilmer Skoog of the Terriers. But Michigan able to control the puck. Luke Hughes looking for an option. He plays it up the boards to Dylan Duke. He will dump it deep, and Michigan will get a line change. And it looks like Boston will try to get it started early as Luke Tuck sends it deep, and they will get a line change. Now Luca Fantilli, Adam Fantilli's older brother, sends it deep, unable to connect with Rucker McGordy, and now Luca Fantilli back on the puck. Passes it off to Gavin Brindley. He plays it back to Fantilli as he carries it into the offensive zone. And he's right in front there. Nice chance for Gavin Brindley as he sends a backhand, but nice pad stop there. And a shot sent wide by Fantilli, and now Brindley, fans on the puck as he was trying to wrap it around, send it back deep. And then Wilmer, and nice pass out there, out in front, and Brown with a chance for the Terriers, but Portillo denies him once again. And now, nice play there up to Jackson Hallam. He'll dump it deep, and the Wolverines will get another change. And now, as we see Gallagher carrying the puck for the Terriers, as he passes it up, that's deflected down and in. Eric Portillo plays the puck around the boards to Keenan Draper, and that will get out to neutral ice. As nice stick there from T.J. Hughes as he keeps that one in. And now Seamus Casey passing it off to Steve Holtz. He will send one down, wrap it around the boards. As now that puck gets squirted out to center ice. Seamus Casey trying to play it down in deep, and T.J. Hughes on the forecheck, but the Terriers able to come up with the puck. And Ryan Green sends it in. And Ethan Phillips, unable to connect on that pass, and now the Wolverines will once again send it in deep. Big hit there by Mark Ostapa. So he was coming around the boards. He met Case McCarthy and absolutely laid him out. And now Lane Hudson, one of these spectacular freshmen here for the Terriers, on the puck. And now Ethan Phillips will just dump it in, and he will get off the ice. But Sam Stevens on the forecheck for the Terriers. And now Lane Hudson on the puck. Nice move on Mark Ostapa as he toe drags again. Great pass, but a great save on Devin Kaplan. What a great play by Lane Hudson, but even better pad save. And McCarthy with a shot from the point as that one misses the net. And now battle for down and deep between Armstrong and Truscott. And now Luke Hughes plays the puck. He plays it up along the boards to Nick Granowitz. And Granowitz will just flip that out to open ice, and the Wolverines will get a change. Some fast-paced action as Sam Stevens now carrying the puck into the offensive zone for the Terriers. And now Samiskevich, nice hit there by Kaplan. As Ostapa plays it on the boards. Deflects out right in front for Sam Stevens. Nice play there by Keaton Pearson to deny that chance. That went off of a skate. Stevens found it on his stick right out in front of Eric Portillo, but great play there by Pearson to snuff out that chance. And now Mackie Samiskevich will dump it in deep, and Adam Fantilli will chase. Samiskevich trying to play the puck along the boards as Wilmer Skoog picks it up. As he skates by Keaton Pearson, is he right in on net, and the tight angle shot, unable to beat Eric Portillo. And now back in the defensive zone for the Wolverines is Dylan Peterson misplays a pass, and that will go all the way down the ice. And Vinny Duplay will have to play it. And we see a nice pass there, but that will be icing as unable to connect with Jeremy Wilmer, who was just a bit offside, so he was unable to chase after that puck. It will be icing and an offensive zone faceoff for the Wolverines.
And it felt like there, Boston got a couple decent opportunities to score. Michigan really did a good job getting the puck out of their own defensive zone, but never really threatened to score, I don't think.
No, it was mostly just jump and chase from the Wolverines. And now Gavin Brindley up against Wilmer Skoog, and Brindley ties it up and wins the faceoff. Jackson Hallam tries to backhand that pass down deep, but unable to do so. And now Dylan Peterson chases it deep. Eric Portillo plays the puck to Jackson Hallam. And now Lane Hudson plays it D to D to Cade Weber. And, misplaced pass. Jackson Hallam able to pick up the puck and neutral ice. But nice defensive play there. And Gavin Brindley, sending a little snapshot in. Dealt with by Vinny Duplay. And now back out to center ice. Luke Hughes plays the puck. Rucker McGorty. And that will get sent out to center ice. And Luke Hughes now on the puck. Jeremy Wilmer on the forecheck, giving him some problems, but Luke Hughes will give and go. And now TJ Hughes and a goal! Nice pass there from Luke Hughes to TJ Hughes, of the same last name, but not brothers. And Michigan, despite BU threatening early, takes a 1-0 lead.
And I think that's almost the opposite of what we've seen from the Wolverines a lot this season, and much better to see. Even though they really didn't get many good opportunities in the first 5 minutes, they have an opportunity right there, and they capitalize on it. Not just with a shot, but with a goal. They've been outshot 5-4, but they're up 1-0 now.
Yeah, as you see a draw for the Wolverines, won by the Wolverines. Steve Holtz plays it down to Eric Ciccolini, and he will control it in the Wolverine zone. TJ Hughes playing it around the boards, and Keenan Draper will chase. Steve Holtz dumps it back in, and now TJ Hughes trying to play a pass out in front, but that's snuffed out. And now kept in at the line by Steve Holtz, and now TJ Hughes battling it for it down low with Case McCarthy. And now Steve Holtz pinching in on the defensive zone as Nolan Moyle comes around to keep that puck. That puck got out to the neutral ice, so Michigan will have to reset. But Steve Holtz, again on the puck, as he passes it off to Marcus Stappa, sends a shot in from the right point, parried away by Duplay, and Marcus Stappa, he had the puck, just lost it on his stick as he was trying to wrap around to Jake Kiernan, sending it over to Seamus Casey as he skates in the Wolverine zone. Bothered by Ryan Green as Seamus Casey tries to play a pass. And now that will be sent back down deep by Marcus Stappa. And we will get a nice pass to Sam Stevens there. And now a good opportunity. Great save. What a play. Devin Kaplan passed it over to his line mate. Devin Kaplan on the chance, but great reactions and movement in the crease for Eric Portillo to make the save.
Yeah, Portillo's really been challenged early. 6 shots. It should be the 6th shot from Boston University here in the 7 minutes into the game. Few have been really good shots, and you don't want to see him challenged all game, but he's survived back there so far.
Yeah, as we see the Wolverines playing it in the offensive zone now, and now Stevens able to break the pressure, dump it out to neutral ice for the Terriers, and now Luke Hughes will control it behind his own net. As we see Dylan Duke trying to play a pass to Mackie Samaskevich, but now that's dumped in by Samaskevich, and he will chase. Dylan Duke playing it out to the point to Jacob Trushcott. A shot right in for the point, deflected out in front, but no Wolverine able to get their stick on it, as that will be cleared out to center ice to Luke Hughes once again. Adam Fantilli sends it to Mackie Samaskevich. He will send it down deep. Vinny Duplay will play the puck. And now settle down for a second as a nice pass there to Luke Tuck on the wing for the Terriers as he tries to play the puck behind the behind the offense or behind the Michigan cage, and Lane Hudson plays it D to D, and he gets it back. He's looking for an option, plays it down deep. Luke Tuck battling for it. Wilmer Skoog plays it back out to Lane Hudson, as we see play it over to Skoog, and Skoog will send it in deep, but nice read there by Jake Harrinan as he will send it up the boards, and now Gavin Brindley controls out to Rucker McGordy as he looks to get the offensive zone chance. Oh, and a backwards pass that was just a little too early for the changing Michigan D-man as Seamus Casey, but nice play there as Seamus Casey right in on net. Oh, great stick there by Vinny Duplay as Seamus Casey came right in, tried the backhand chance, but unable to get it by. And now we see Lane Hudson coming in for the Terriers as he is playing the puck as he sends, nice cross-side pass to Weber, but unable to connect. A nice stick there by the Wolverines. Now we see battle for along the boards by O'Brien and Steve Holtz, and we got the first penalty of the game as he will get Steve Holtz on a slash on Jay O'Brien, a senior center for this Boston Terriers team.
And now I think from the Boston University side, definitely something you'd want to see. If you're on the Terriers, you got to take advantage of this power play and tie the game. I will say from the Michigan side, I don't think they've done a good enough job keeping the puck in the Boston University zone. I think it's good for them that they took advantage of that one really good chance they had, but I think they need more prolonged chances if they want to score consistently throughout this game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Zach. We see down low, snapshot right out in front by Wilmer Skoog. Nice save by Eric Portillo. That was a great opportunity for the Terriers, but sent back down the ice, and now Boston will have to collect and re-enter the zone. So we see Wilmer Skoog playing the puck. He plays it to O'Brien, and that's Phillips. Slap shot, but smothered there by Eric Portillo.
And I talked about how Portillo really has had a tough job out there. Obviously, the power play is not going to help, and you figure at some point he is going to cave if they keep taking shots on him. So I do think that this will be important for Michigan, not committing too many penalties. Obviously, really took advantage of playing up the man, and they want to be doing that a lot more than they're playing down the man, because I think that will be BU's best opportunity to score.
Yeah, and now it's fought for along the boards. As we see Pearson fighting for it, but Wilmer Skoog able to come away with the puck. He passes it down low, and we see a shot that was fanned on by Ethan Phillips. Nice pass there from Matt Brown, but fanned on, and that will give the Wolverines an opportunity to clear it down the ice and get a new set of legs on the ice. As you see Ryan Wilmer sending it in. Nice pass to Luke Tuck. And now he's harassed by Luke Hughes, and Jacob Trushcott coming over to provide some more help. As we see, pass shot right out in front, but unable to do anything with it as Adam Fantilli will collect and send it down the ice for the Wolverines. So it's been a good job so far on this power play, limiting Boston to one shot, because it seems like every time there's been a rebound coming out, they've been able to get on that loose puck and send it down the ice. As we see the Terriers coming down again as Luke Tuck battles for the puck. Dylan Peterson passes out to Lane Hudson. And now good opportunity out in front for Luke Tuck, but unable to corral the puck, as we see Dylan Peterson and Eric Ciccolini fighting for it. And now Ryan Wilmer on the puck. As you see, good stick there from Ciccolini as he was battling away with Ryan Wilmer, and it looks like we will get a penalty on the Terriers. And yes, we will. We get Jeremy Wilmer, in the box for a hold on the stick. That was just a great defensive play there by Eric Ciccolini.
Yeah, definitely good. Great after that first shot that BU had a good chance on during that power play. Definitely a great job by the Michigan defense to kind of kill any opportunity that Boston University had to put shots on, clearing the puck from the zone. And now Michigan's going to get the power play. And they have done a pretty good job this year of taking advantage of these. they definitely would like to get up 2-0 here and give themselves some breathing room. Because I actually thought during the 5-on-5, it seemed like Michigan's defense was a little sketchy at times, and it also felt like their offense didn't really find much of a rhythm. They did get the one goal. I thought on the power play, their defense actually looked pretty good. Obviously, no real offense. All they're doing is trying to clear the puck. Now, here's the chance. I did think when they were 5-on-5, they did a good job of keeping the puck in the Boston University zone. Definitely with the power play, they have to do a better job of doing that. They can't let BU quickly clear it, because that just kills time and ultimately will allow BU to kill the penalty.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And so far we've seen some good chances for BU, but unable to capitalize. As Eric Portillo's, to this point, played great, saving all 8 shots from the Terriers.
Yeah, I thought during the power play they probably should have gotten more chances than they did. Earlier on in the game, they definitely had good chances. They just could not get one in.
Yeah. So we'll see a draw to the right of Vinny Duplay, as that's battled for, and Mackie Samaskevich able to come away with the puck. Passes it on to Adam Fantilli. Plays it to Luke Hughes. Samaskevich cross ice to Fantilli. That's broken up. And that stick from Sam Stevens will deflect it up and out of play. So that will be another defensive zone draw for the Wolverines. Or offensive zone draw, excuse me. Oh, and as we forgot to mention, the Michigan penalty has expired, so Michigan will be on the power play now. As you see, a failed clearing attempt as TJ Hughes looks to get after the puck. Samaskevich unable to corral it after he gloved it down. Now Luke Hughes carrying it through center ice. And he plays it off to Mackie Samaskevich. And Samaskevich controls in the offensive zone. Luke Hughes with a shot. Ooh, kind of looked like Dylan Duke got in the way of his own guy on that one. As now Sam Stevens able to carry the puck up. As we see him send a shot in. Luke Hughes' sticks will deflect that up in over the glass, and we will have a defensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
And I think, as you alluded to a little there, it does feel like the Wolverines have largely kind of been uncoordinated so far, which has resulted in passes not really going as planned, ended up busting shots. So I think the coordination does need to improve a little if they want to give themselves more good looks.
Yeah, definitely. I think they've looked a little out of sync, but that's something that will grow with time, especially with this young team. As we see the Wolverines able to control the zone, and Rucker McGorty passes it off to Seamus Casey. He plays it over to Jacob Truscott. As we see Truscott play it over to McGorty. As we see play it down low. Ooh. As you see a shot from McGorty, and Seamus Casey fans on the puck, and he will play it around the boards to Rucker McGorty. As he plays it, and Seamus Casey able to come up with the puck. Gavin Brindley, and it looked like there was a little scuffle between Jackson Hallam and Ethan Phillips of the Terriers, and that dislodged the net. It doesn't look like we'll get anything out of it.
I think there is another penalty against Boston University. It's number 23.
Yeah, that's Dominic Fensor, their senior captain. And now, just the last thing you wanted to see if you were BU, another 5-on-3.
Now, they only have 39 seconds of it. It is both minors, so the Wolverines cannot score 3 goals. But the golden opportunity for the Wolverines to extend their 1-0 lead. And I think this is a must that they at least get 1 out of this.
Yeah, so we see Luke Hughes playing it off to Adam Fantilli. Back to Hughes. And now Fantilli holding the puck, plays it off to Luke Hughes. As we see Fantilli around the horn, Samaskevich denied by Duplay. As you see now battled for by TJ Hughes down low. As Samaskevich will play it off to Luke Hughes. And now Luke Hughes will carry the puck. Off to Fantilli. Nice shave on the shoulder by Duplay. And now it will be cleared down by the Terriers, as now Samaskevich will pick up the puck once again. And now the first penalty is expired, so Ryan Wilmer back on the ice. It'll be 5-on-4 for another minute 15. And now Dylan Duke playing the puck off to Adam Fantilli. We see Luke Hughes back to Fantilli. Nice pass there to Dylan Duke, and played it off to Samaskevich. Samaskevich just unfortunately misses the net. As we see Fantilli stick handling by Dylan Peterson, but that will get out of the zone, so the Wolverines will have to recycle, and that will be played back on the point to Luke Hughes, and played over to Samaskevich. He looks down low to Gavin Brindley, and off. It looked like it came off the post and stayed out from on a shot from Samaskevich, and now back up to the point. And Luke Hughes, and he plays one, kind of a shot pass that just missed the net. Now Fantilli will play it down low for the Wolverines, and now Jackson Hallam fighting for it. And nobody manning the right point as that will get out of the zone. Just 15 seconds left here on this Wolverines power play. Now Jackson Hallam carrying it in his own zone, harassed by Luke Tuck, as Luke Tuck will pick up the puck, and that will drain away these last few seconds of this Wolverines power play. Now Steve Holtz plays it down, and it looks like we will get an icing call on the Wolverines.
Yeah, so Wolverines unable to take advantage of that opportunity. And I think when looking at the kind of lack of coordination, they're not rebounding enough blocked shots. And we've seen numerous times where they should be able to keep the puck in the BU zone, and they're just not able to. And especially when you're on a power play, that just kills time at that point that you have to reset. And I think that's the big reason they only have 8 shots so far this evening.
Yeah, and on that power play, it seemed like they had a lot of time in the zone, but just not much to show for it. And we see BU controlling the puck. Nice stick on the back check by Nolan Moyle. And we see a collision between Fensor, and Nick Granowitz as they go down to the ice. That'll be dumped down, and Luca Fantilli will play the puck. Plays it off to Marcus Stappa, plays it up the boards, and Nick Granowitz unable to clear the zone as Luca Fantilli tries to play it up the boards, but that's unable to clear. And now Steve Holtz plays the puck. Nolan Moyle will send it in deep for the Wolverines, and controlled by Fensor and Cade Weber. And now off to Wilmer Skoog. He will send it down deep, and Portillo will control that puck as we see Luca Fantilli playing the puck. And now we'll tie up in the neutral zone between Ethan Phillips and Keenan Draper as that pass from TJ Hughes unable to connect. And now the BU has the puck. Phillips over to a streaking Quinn Hudson, but nice pad save as Portillo stuck out that big right pad to deny that opportunity. As we see a pass through the neutral zone, and Jacob Truscott able to sniff it out, and Eric Ciccolini will send it deep for the Wolverines. Vinny Duplay unable to control it. So now Keenan Draper tries to play the puck, but it looks like Lane Hudson of BU will be able to take this out and into center ice as he plays it deep, and Jackson Hallam now controls the puck for the Wolverines. And he dumps it off to Luke Hughes. Nice pass by Hughes to alleviate some of the pressure. And now Jacob Truscott plays it out to center ice. As we see a little check that causes it to go into the offensive zone for the Wolverines, but nothing comes of it. And now Pearson plays it off to McGordy. Nice pass there to Gavin Brindley. And now off Jake Karanen, and that shot will be deflected up and over the boards. This will be an offensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
The setup here with the offensive zone draw still just don't really see the rhythm. I think their biggest player so far definitely is Eric Portillo, because BU has had by far more good looks than the Wolverines, and yet the Wolverines have the 1-0 lead because of outstanding goalie play. Yeah. I do think they need to take pressure off of him later in this game, or they will lose.
Yeah. And now we see BU controlling the puck as that's played out to center ice. And now Steve Holtz plays it down and unable to find Dylan Duke. And now Fensor controls the puck for the Terriers. And now Adam Fantilli able to come up with that loose puck. Mackie Samaskevich plays it back over to Fantilli, over to Steve Holtz. He will dump it in for Fantilli to chase. He tries to play it up and around the boards, and now Samaskevich plays it around the boards And now Fantilli battling for it with Fensor. As we see Armstrong sends it up, and this will be a center ice draw as the puck deflected up and out of play. And so we'll get a center ice draw, both teams switching up the lines. And so far this first period, what are your big takeaways from this game, Zach?
I just think it's definitely on the Wolverines side. I still think kind of unsynchronized, which has prevented them from really mounting sustained offensive attacks. It's been too easy for the Terriers to just take the puck away, get it out of the zone, and prevent the Wolverines from having like 3 consecutive attacks, which increases their chances of scoring.
As you see Portillo playing the puck kind of dangerously, as Wilmer Skoog was able to send it out in front, and it looks like we'll get a hand pass call. And it will come back for a defensive zone draw for the Wolverines. 2:13 remaining in this first period. Michigan leading 1-0 over the 9th-ranked Boston Terriers. And we will get the second line for the Terriers taking this draw. Wilmer Skoog up against Nick Granowitz. And the third line of the Wolverines as Granowitz wins the draw. And Truscott will send that down ice. And it looks like we'll get an icing call, so that draw will come right back to the defensive zone for the Wolverines. As he tried to just play a little flutter pass, but just put a little too much on it. As we see a little exchanging of pleasantries before the face-off between Wilmer Skoog and Nick Granowitz. That's a little pushing going on. And now we will get the defensive zone draw. And battled for a little scrum, and it looks like Skoog able to come away with it, passes it off to Fensor at the point, and off to McCarthy, and a shot there from Peterson, a little wide. It'll come back to Portillo, and he'll just glove that and get another draw for the Wolverines, another defensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
Yeah, I think at this point, I think they need to get the puck out of their defensive zone, but the issue is you need guys being on the same page, or it's just going to turn into an icing situation, as we saw not too long ago, and it's just going to come back out. So I think when I'm talking about the players being coordinated, it's both for offensive attacks, it's also on defense, being able to get the puck out, which they've been inconsistent at doing, but getting it out without icing, and then turning it into an offensive attack, instead of BU just taking it right back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just trying to alleviate some of that pressure. As we see Samoskevich dumping it in deep, as BU able to control it, and now Fensor will carry it up, and he sends a shot that's deflected by Pearson. Ooh, right out in front. It looked like it may have come off the side of the post. Portillo was unaware of it, but no harm, no foul for the Wolverines. Now Samoskevich playing the puck at center ice, but Fensor right there to cut him off, and misplaced pass by McCarthy. And now Samoskevich able to come right in. Ooh, shot just wide of that left post. And that will rattle all the way around to the Michigan D-man, Seamus Casey, as he carries through center ice. And Fensor looks to play the puck. Ooh, nice stick lift by Casey, but unable to come away with the puck as Ethan Phillips now plays it for the Terriers. And he plays it up the boards to Kaplan. But, and then we got a little bat there from Ethan Phillips as he sends it out to center ice. Ooh, and Rucker McGorty just offsides, trying to get that stretch pass from Seamus Casey. Now with just 43 seconds left in this first period.
And again, I think the offside's kind of emblematic of what's been going on with this Wolverines team. I honestly think it's been a pretty sloppy first period, but at the end of the day, they're up 1-0. So if they can go into the locker room, clean things up, they're in a good position.
Yeah, I mean, for all the chances that BU has had, I mean, Portillo's been able to stand tall and keep the Terriers off the score sheet. You see Marcus Stappa battling it out with Sam Stevens. And looks like the refs will talk to him, and we'll get another try here at this face-off. Now, controlled by Stevens. Back to Gallagher at the point. He plays it to Armstrong. Ooh, but misplaced. Ooh, and then it's kind of sloppy there again from the Wolverines. Is Estapa, looked like Estapa and Draper kind of both going for the puck, so then neither of them went for it. And another shot came from it for the Terriers. Now we have 36 seconds left in this first period of play, and it looks like we will get the second line here for the Terriers, going up against what looks like the second line for the Wolverines as well, as Marcus Stopp will take the draw against Wilmer Skoog. And this referee is having some issues with these face-offs, as now, as we see, this play is blown dead, and not sure what the call is. Looks like it's we'll get another opportunity at this face-off, as this is the third attempted face-off in this right corner. And we see Estapa win it, and Luke Hughes will just play it up to center ice. Rucker McGorty to chase up against Ty Gallagher, but Gallagher able to pass it off to Lane Hudson in the neutral zone. Ooh, Luke Tuck, nice stick there from Jackson Hallam, as he will carry it up. And it looks like we'll get an offsides call, and a little chippiness going on between the Wolverines and the Terriers with 16 seconds left in this first period. And it looks like we'll get an offsides call, as, again, Michigan's a little disjointed. To your point, Zach.
Yeah, it does look like starting it, as you said, a little chippy. You do wonder, another 2 periods left, is it going to turn into more? We saw in the Lindenwood series, that got very physical. You do wonder, could this turn into something like that as we get deeper into this game?
Yeah, it's now Fantilli battling with Stevens, and Fantilli, two physical plays there right along the blue line. As now Keaton Pearson plays it up, and Pearson will play it in his own defensive zone and probably just let the last few seconds of this first period roll down, and that will do it for the first period. We got the Michigan Wolverines, number 6 in the country, up 1-0 on the Boston Terriers, number 9 in the country. And Zach, just give me some of your first half takeaways.
To me, I honestly think both of these teams looked a little sloppy. We've only seen a combined 18 shots, 10 for BU, 8 for Michigan. I really think Michigan, they had the one opportunity, they took advantage of it, and that was definitely a good sign based on what I especially think going back to the Lindenwood series. I think they didn't take advantage of opportunities well enough. But at the same time, I feel it kind of looked to me like, as I was talking about it the entire period, they guys just were not coordinated. You saw numerous offsides. When they were on offense, it would maybe be one shot, but you'd have a guy in the way, or it would get deflected, and there would be no one there to rebound it, and BU would just clear it. So I really think the coordination's the big thing that I saw that they didn't do well enough. Now, they're up 1-0. They're in a good position. They just need to clean it up. And I'm now going to have Ryan Dolson take over for me here to talk to you throughout this intermission, get his thoughts after he was sitting watching this first period.
As we welcome Ryan onto the call.
How's it going?
Doing pretty well, Ryan.
Great first period. You can never complain, especially when you're up heading into the end of it. Michigan, of course, up 1-0 over Boston University. Very exciting first period, I gotta say. Much more closer and exciting than the matchup, than the end of the first period a few days ago.
Oh, yeah. A little more relaxed, at least when it comes to the goals.
Certainly so.
It seems like we're gonna get some more physical play, because towards that end of the first period, the chippiness cranked up a lot, and we will see if that continues throughout the rest of the game, because that's something that Michigan in the past, or past teams of Michigan, have not really dealt well with. But we'll see what this team is made of.
Oh, yeah, I saw right at the end of that first period, I didn't see which player it was, but he kind of got that checkup into the face of the Terrier. That's the Boston University team name? Terrier, right, just like the dog. I almost want to say like Terrapin, but I know that's Maryland, so yes. That was a bit of a chipper shot. It was getting really angry, really aggressive. It really seemed like momentum was kind of really shifting back and forth. That first minute and a half, that Boston University team looked really scary. They were getting lots of good shots on it. Michigan was caught off guard. Michigan started to come back, though, got a couple good looks, and, of course, have the only goal of the game so far. But really, since that goal, Michigan had that really crucial 5-on-3 at one for 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah, for 30 seconds.
Didn't really get too many good looks on net during that one. Really surprising. And even when they had the power play 5-on-4, it really seemed like Boston had that one thoroughly well controlled.
Yeah, because on the power play, it seemed like Michigan was more concerned with keeping the puck, keeping it in the zone, than really generating any high-quality chances, which is kind of the exact opposite of what they've been doing 5-on-5 with the dump and chase mentality.
There is such a thing as being a little too conservative, and perhaps that was what that team was doing during that moment. But again, regardless, Boston does have more shots on goal in that first period, leading 10-8, but in the real stat that matters, we got to talk about that goal from who's the one who scored it? Excuse me, Hughes, right?
Yeah, TJ Hughes with the first goal.
Yes.
Hughes to Hughes connection.
Oh, yeah.
For that first one of the game.
That was a beauty. That was a real beauty.
Yeah. And I will step aside for a second as we have some guys from the Michigan Daily coming in, as they will talk to you about the first period for a few minutes as well. I will leave you here with Ryan for right now, and we will see you. I will see you in the third period.
Thank you all again so much for listening. It's a great first period. Certain to be a great rest of the game for the Michigan Wolverines versus the Boston University Terriers. Still got about 8.5 minutes left in this first period intermission, but it has been a real exciting game. The children of Yost, loud and exciting and proud out here to support their team. And we're being joined now from someone from Michigan Daily. What was her name?
I'm Charlie.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. How you doing? What were your thoughts? How did you feel about that first period?
I think it was honestly a strong first period from both teams. I think BU did exactly what it needed to, coming right out of the gate after a thorough beating on Friday. But what you saw from Michigan was exactly what it needed to do. It played well in transition. It used its speed to its advantage, and because of that, it was able to put a puck in the back of the net early in the game. John, are you getting on? Yeah, but in addition to that, I think that what you saw a lot was kind of solid defensive play. Like on that goal, Luke Hughes made a great rush. It was speed, it was offensive defense, and it kind of leads to good things when Michigan plays that way. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I think, right now Michigan got away with kind of having a quick score right there. I'm sure it's not how Boston University wanted to come out, but the fact of the matter is Michigan leads 1-0 right now.
Yeah, and I mean, but what do you think, John? Because I was just saying earlier, I don't think Boston University is playing badly at all tonight. I think they're doing exactly a lot of the things that they probably wanted to. They kind of got caught in transition on that one goal, and that's what led to it. But what do you think Boston needs to do to turn it around in this game if they were to?
I think you're exactly right, Charlie. We've been talking about this a little bit earlier too, but Boston University, I think, has been winning on the 5-on-5 play. Do mention that quick one goal by TJ Hughes, but other than that, they've had some great chances. I think it's worth mentioning how Eric Portillo has played. He's definitely been very successful, had some big saves, especially early on. And if you're BU, you're going to the locker room at least a lot happier than you were on Friday.
But the other thing that's a consistent struggle for BU, they just can't stay out of the penalty box. And that was a problem last game, but it's kind of unacceptable for them to cause another 5-on-5 early in this game. Even though Michigan couldn't capitalize on it, which we know Naranjo's probably pissed about, it's something that you really can't have happening if you're BU consistently.
Exactly. I mean, we mentioned it on the bench a little bit earlier, and, Michigan had a 5-on-3 opportunity here in the first period. Where have we heard that one before? Exactly on Friday night. So BU's honestly lucky to walk away without a larger deficit. And while they have been dominating that 5-on-5 play, you're right, they can't stay out of the penalty box. What I want to ask of you, Charlie, is you're looking at two teams. You knew it was going to be a battle coming out tonight. What do you have to say about the chippiness and the level of physicality that they're bringing, and how does that contribute to BU's penalties?
I think that the fourth line of Michigan, who took the ice first tonight, they're doing a great job.
It's not exactly known for, but at least being a bigger team, it comes to them easier.
Exactly, yeah, because BU and Michigan really are mirror images of each other. Well, I think that's all from us, John. It was great to talk to you on air. And you can read more of our coverage at themichigandaily.com or michigandaily.com with a hockey beat. We'll be on later. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Great to talk with you, Charlie.
Zachary Linder here, along with Ryan Dolson. We have about another 4 minutes or so before we get set for the second period. Wolverines are ahead 1-0 here in the first period.
I want to thank Michigan Daily so much. I want to thank those guys for coming on to the broadcast, giving us a little bit of insight into that exciting, action-packed, rough and tough first period. What are your thoughts? What are your hopes? What are your predictions for that second period coming up, Zachary?
Well, I think we're going to have more offensive. I think we should see more offense really from both sides. I don't think either team was particularly crisp. I think the Wolverines in particular were just not synchronized well during that first period. Resulted in very little sustain. What I'm looking for is they should be able to score, have it blocked, get the puck back, get those 3 or 4 shots, because that just maximizes. You keep building your chance of getting one in. So they get that one goal from TJ Hughes in the first period, and that was good to see, because you saw against Linden with a lot of shots, not much to show for it. But then they're just not built. Yeah, they have 8 shots, but it seems if they have a shot and it's blocked, within the game of hockey, most shots are going to be blocked. Instead, BU's clearing it, or Michigan's passing there, and then it's a bad pass. It goes behind comes out of the zone. They have to reset. That's what I think is preventing them from really scoring more, is they're just not giving themselves multiple chances to score. On the defensive side, I think they've done good things. I think Eric Portillo has been under more pressure than he should be. Boston University has 10 shots, but it seems they're really good looks.
Oh yeah, there were some I thought for sure were going in.
Right. I think they've had the better shots than the Wolverines have. And the reality is Eric Portillo is a very good goalie. He's a major reason why the Wolverines made it to the Frozen Four last year, but you can't keep putting him under duress. If BU is going to be going on this pace, getting 30 shots in the game, the Wolverines will not be getting a shutout victory. It's not going to happen. Now, they also do need to put up more offensive production, because that also takes off, it's just complementary play, takes off some of the pressure from your goalie if you're up 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 instead of 1-0. Now, that being said, I don't think it was a very clean first period.
No.
But they're up 1-0. So if they can fix things, they escape without consequence. If not, I think they lose this game.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams played, I think, a little sloppy at times. A couple very glaring, obvious mistakes. Michigan, I think, with a few more obvious ones, but regardless, they do have the lead, which is a big, big point of momentum going forward on for the game, entering into that second period. If Michigan's able to just get more shots on goal, it's like they're getting good rebounds and they're not taking them. They're getting good looks, and it's like they're waiting for something more, So I definitely think Michigan needs to be just a bit more aggressive in that offensive sense. They need to, they get more of those goals going in. I don't think Boston's going to get shut out of this game, especially, as you said, if they can consistently put up 10 shots a goal per period. Inevitably, some of those are going to go in. I don't know which ones, I don't know how many, but inevitably, I don't think you're going to stop that as often as he is. As great of a goalie as Portillo is. Got about 30 seconds remaining in this intermission. Shaping up to be a classic second period, of course.
Wolverines coming out, back onto the ice now. Terriers already came out. Teams switching ends here, so they'll have long substitutions. Facing defending the goals opposite their benches. Fourth game of the regular season for the Wolverines, 3-0 so far, 7-4 and 3-1 victories over Lindenwood last weekend. Won the first game against BU 92 on Friday. They travel up to Lake Superior State in the Upper Peninsula next Friday and Saturday. We will have a crew calling both of those games. The Friday game will also be on the FM station. As we have a face-off at center ice, so we get set to begin. And it looks like BU's going to take it to start on their own end, now passing up across to the Michigan zone, but Luke Hughes will take it back on the far side. Now BU will take control again. Wolverines have it back, it looks like. Adam Fantilli with the puck, now coming around to the near side. BU has it back, Gallagher has it.
Steals
into
pass.
center ice. Now it comes into the Michigan zone, but Michigan has it back, passing across to the far side. We'll clear it, it'll go into the Boston University zone.
Gonna allow both teams to reset, make a couple quick substitutions right there.
And Wolverines now have it. That'll be number 2, Rucker Girardi.
Number 19 for Wolverines, getting a good look, going close up to the net.
Fantilli has it, now pass it back to Casey. Pass across and a shot attempt gets blocked. Now Boston University will have it back. They'll come into the Michigan zone on the near side. That'll be Devin Kaplan. Puck comes behind the Michigan net, out to the near side. BU still has it, and it'll go out of play. A shot attempt by number 2, Case McCarthy, I think went up into the screen at 1 minute in the second period.
Neither team had very definitive control of the puck there. Michigan got, I thought they had gotten a shot on goal, but it did not register. They had a couple okay looks, weren't really a fan of any of them, and as a result, no real shots on net there. Puck getting ready for the face-off. As we said, only 1 minute, 7 seconds have passed in the second period.
Face-off to the left of Eric Cortello. And it looks like it'll be won by the
Terriers.
But Wolverines are going to take it back. They'll get it to center ice. And now they'll clear it out in behind the goal.
Back over to Duplass. Wolverines try to get a stick on it, and the Wolverines taking a beautiful shot. Goalie barely had enough time to get set back up into the net as he falls on the puck. Whistle on the play.
Chance for the Wolverines there, could not capitalize. Covered up by Duplessis. The shot was taken by Marcus Stopp, and that'll be their 9th shot of the game. Now the faceoff will be in the Boston University zone to the right of Duplessis. It'll be for the Wolverines, number 4, Gavin Brindley, number 18, Jay O'Brien for the Terriers. On the near corner to our left, it'll be won by the Terriers, and they'll get it, clear it out of the zone. Truscott will get it back for the Wolverines. Now Boston University has it back. O'Brien shot a 10. There's going to be a whistle.
Play stopped yet again.
Not exactly sure why. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty called against the Wolverines. It'll be number 4, Gavin Brindley.
Not sure what he's going to be called for.
But the Terriers will have a power play. Exactly 1.5 minutes into the second period. High stick is the call.
Yes, high sticking is the call.
So now the Terriers will have a face-off in the offensive zone, up a man, as they have a great opportunity to try to tie this game. Face-off will occur on the far side.
Wolverine defense really got to come in clutch on this power play. This is one that could definitely change and swing the momentum of the game.
Marcus Stoppa and Wilmer Skoog in on the face-off, as they've been for much of the game. The student section getting very restless with how long it's taking to get the puck dropped. Boston University will win the face-off. They have control. O'Brien has it on the near side. Wolverines trying to take it away, and now they can. They will clear it. Terriers will get it right back, but in their own zone. They'll have to come back. It'll be Jay O'Brien coming across. Errant pass will give it back to the Wolverines. They're going to clear it again.
Wolverines playing very aggressive full rink defense on that one.
And Terriers will take it back into the zone. Shot attempt goes wide. And it'll come to the near side. Wolverines will get it back to center ice. Terriers have it back.
Going to take a moment to set up.
And now O'Brien will take it back in. He's been very active. It'll come to the near corner, go behind the net. And the Wolverines will come out with the puck. They'll clear it again. They've done a very good job of doing this. It'll come back behind the Boston University goal. It'll be number 23, Dominic Fensor, who will get it.
Boston with not a whole lot of opportunities or even looks on this power play. Wolverines have done an excellent job of clearing it as the puck goes behind the Wolverine net.
And fight on the far corner, both teams fighting for it, over halfway through the power play.
Boston has not gotten anything, it would seem.
And they have the puck, and it looked like they had a shot. It's going to go out to the far side. Boston University still trying to, Wolverines doing a good job kind of breaking this up, and they are going to clear it.
Terriers had a very good look at a wide open net right there, but it seemed nobody had definitive control of the puck. By the time they tried to get something going, goalie was right there.
And now the puck will come out into the Wolverine zone. They're 20 seconds away from killing the power play. They clear it again.
Boston goalie grabs it, handing it off to his player.
And BU will have it. It'll be Green coming up the near side into the Wolverine zone. And there's going to be a whistle, I believe, for offsides. 9 seconds away from killing the power play. Wolverines have done, and as you mentioned, they've been clearing the puck very quickly.
Anytime it seems like Boston could maybe get something going, have a wide open guy, there's a Wolverine right there to break up the pass and clear the puck all the way up the net. Boston has had 0 shots on goal on this, as I said, crucial power play right before it started. With only 9 seconds remaining into it.
And face-off will be won by the Terriers. They'll take it into the Wolverine zone. But the power play will be killed. Wolverines are back at full strength. Boston still has the puck on the far side. And a shot will get intercepted by the Wolverines. That's center ice now on the near side. Both teams fighting for the puck on the wall. Neither team able to come away yet. Wolverines will get it, but the Terriers are going to get it right back. Ty Gallagher has it. Now center ice still. Terriers have control. Jamie Armstrong with it. Take it into the Wolverine zone. It'll come around behind the net. Portillo will get it. It's in the near corner. Now it'll come out. Wolverines have it. They're taking it into center ice. Now
they'll clear it all the way over to the Boston goalie.
Duplessis will have it behind the net. Take it back. Terriers have the puck back. They're going to get it into the Wolverine zone. Wolverines should take it back right there. As they will. They'll clear it.
A lot of clearing happening in this.
Yeah, it has been a pretty ugly game. Icing Call is going to be made there. Wolverines clear from their own end, and that's going to give the Terriers an offensive zone face-off.
15:37 remaining in this second period. Only one shot on goal has been made, and that was by the Wolverines early on. Despite a crucial Boston power play, they got 0 shots on goal.
Face-off on the far side in the Wolverine zone. Wolverines will win it. They'll have control. They're going to take it up the middle, pass, and it's not a good pass, but Sam Iskevich is going to get it back into the Terrier zone. Terrier's going to take it right back. Wolverines trying to keep it in. They will do so. Now pass to the far side to Skimskevich from Fantilli. Wolverines still have it. They are keeping it in the Terrier zone, not getting any good looks yet.
It was deflected by a Boston player right there, and a Wolverine was right there to pick it up.
And
tries to pass towards the net.
Samuskevich has a look, but there's several defenders in his way. Now he comes off to the near side.
Number 11 tried to make a shot towards the net, but the puck flew out of his stick.
Samuskevich has it, tries to pass it. There's just too many guys in his way. He's still going to get it back. Now Casey's going to take it. Wolverines have it up the middle. Back to Samuskevich. Shot or pass it down, blocked by the Terriers. They are very tight up by the goal. It'll now be Luke Hughes coming around to the near side. Pass off to
number 2, yes.
Wolverines are going to get it back behind the goal. Terriers are going to take control. Looks like they will clear it. Luke Tuck will have it up the far side. It's going to get cleared back behind the net. Eric Portillo will have it for the Wolverines. Wolverines are going to take it up the near side. Pass off to the far side to Jacob Truscott.
Almost loses control of it, but manages to pass it on over to number 27.
Nick Moyle, I believe that is, will still have it. Nolan Moyle. Eric Portillo will come up in front of the net. That'll be the number 15, Jacob Truscott. Coming up the middle, Luke Hughes has it in the Boston University zone. Shot by Marcus Stampa, had a chance.
Beautiful look at the net. That goalie was right on top of it, though.
And the Terriers will take it right back. They're coming up the middle. Now, pass off the wall. Eric Portillo will deflect it away. It's in the near corner. Now goes around to the far side into the Wolverine zone. And Terriers trying to keep it in the zone. They will just barely, but the puck will go to the back wall. Wolverines are going to take control back. Nick Ranowitz has it. Now just clears it to the back. Terriers, well, it looks like they might keep control.
Boston's got some strong defensive play happening so far. You have to be impressed with how much they've managed to clear up the puck, not allowing the Wolverines a whole lot of good shots. Clearly took those 9 goals on Friday to heart.
Terriers will have it in their own zone. They're going to take the center ice, get into the Wolverine zone, and whistle called here as a Terriers player is down, and I think, not sure what the call is going to be.
Terriers bench, high-fiving some players, loud smacks. Going to be showing the replay on the TV. Let's see if we can find out what happened. I don't know. Can't quite tell. Boston players slid
and it
into
was a
his own
goal
teammate.
for the Terriers.
Oh, it was, huh?
We missed that up here.
That was
but the game is tied.
Okay, that was a real deflating moment then, I suppose. I looking at that replay, I didn't even realize it had gone in, but
yeah,
it is
I did
now.
not see it from up here.
The score
it
is
a
now
1-1 game. Puck
yes.
is back in the Wolverine zone again. Wolverines are going to try to clear it, and they will. It'll be number 21 coming up the middle. Puck's going to be intercepted by number 2, Case McCarthy. The goal will be scored by number 8, Cade Weber for the Terriers. Scores 1-1. Wolverines have it into Terrier zone. Casey has it. Errant pass to Samuskevich, but he's going to come around to get it on the far side.
12:20 remaining in this second period. Boston manages to tie it all up. Wolverines trying to get some good looks on net.
Attempt by Adam Fantilli gets blocked. And now Casey will have it. And Samuskevich has it. And the Wolverines will, there's going to be a stoppage, I believe a delayed penalty against Boston. As it's a hooking penalty against the Terriers.
Very big moment for the Wolverines.
Number 17, Quinn Hudson. So now chance for the Wolverines to potentially retake the lead. Score is 1-1 here. With 11:57 left in the second period, I'd like to thank everyone listening on WCBN FM Ann Arbor, along with all of our listeners on YouTube.
Thank you so much for tuning in. This truly is an exciting game. The best game you can name.
Wolverines will have it. They have a power play here. Hooking penalty against the Terriers. Wolverines have it in the Terrier zone, and pass gets in.
Broken up.
Wolverines, Casey still has it on the near side. Pass to Truscott. I think it's passed over. Again, it's number
Shot
2.
A little too high right there, but Wolverines will maintain control. Oh, but the Terriers managed to clear it.
So
minute
missed
30
opportunity
remaining.
there.
Minute 30 remaining on this power play. 11:20 remaining in this second period.
Both teams make a line change there as the Wolverines possess it back in their own zone. They'll not take it up. It'll be Adam Fantilli. Will come into the Boston University zone. Nolan will be Duke with it. Now comes around. Luke Hughes tries to save it, cannot. Comes out to center ice. Wolverines will have to reset again. And now the pass will go to number 11, Maggie Samuskevich. And on the far side, he'll pass it to Adam
loses
Fantilli.
His puck. His stick, excuse me.
Samuskevich has it. Pass to Luke Hughes up the middle. Pass back to Samuskevich. Looking for a shot. Shot attempt by Adam Fantilli, but not a great angle from the corner.
Definitely
Luke Hughes has it up the middle. Almost loses it. Barely keeps it in the zone. Samuskevich has it. Pass off to Fantilli. Shot attempt. And goal for the Wolverines!
Oh, what an absolute beauty. Right when you're worried the Wolverines might not make a whole lot out of this power play. Pass deflected by the Boston University goalie, only to end up on a Wolverine stick who sends it right into that wide open net right in there.
10:29 left in the second period. The Wolverines are ahead 2-1. It was Dylan Duke with the goal after TJ Hughes looked like he had a potential shot. Could have gotten his second goal of the game. That got stopped by Duplessis, but then Dylan Duke gets the shot, and that's what you want to see from the Wolverines.
Oh,
one shot
absolutely.
gets blocked, someone else is right there to back him up.
He was right there for the glorious rebound. Could not have had a more wide open look at the net if he dreamed it.
And they're going to be taking a look at this.
They're challenging
An
play
potential offsides call, which would negate the goal.
Boston is, of course, challenging that goal. Number 23 on the Boston team. It's going to be Dominic Fensor going to argue something with the ref there.
Now let's take a look. I thought that puck stayed within the blue line. We'll see if we get a good, because you saw it at the time. You had a linesman right on it, clearly indicating that it was not offsides. But the Terriers apparently thought the puck came back behind the blue line.
He saw something different.
Which should be a pretty easy, not much subjectivity to this. Either it stayed in the zone or it did not. Ruling on the ice was that it did. You need indisputable evidence.
Don't know if they're going to have that angle.
Yeah,
at least from what we're seeing on the replays.
We have not seen any angles that could possibly really tell either way. From here, we have a really good view right where we are down the line. I thought it stayed within.
Yeah,
and the linesman also had a great view.
I don't think I saw the offsides, but
right. So I think this call should be upheld. We'll see what the officials on the ice determine as here they come to
make their judgment.
One of them is still looking at the monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Two of them are talking. Critical call here. This is the difference between a 2-1 lead versus a 1-1 game and Michigan likely wasting a power play.
Still was about 29 seconds remaining on that power play.
Right.
You still can get something going, but
you'd much rather have the goal.
Yeah, you'd much rather have the goal than another chance at having the goal.
Right.
Talking over to the Boston coach. The refs
you would think that means it's more likely they're not going to be upheld. And warning the BU bench in advance of the call they don't want to hear. But now you're still looking at the monitor. So
they must have different angles that we're not.
I mean, it's a pretty black and white call. Either the ball crosses or it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't.
If you can't tell, then you can't tell.
Right, then you have to go with what the call was on the ice. But this is really a call you should be able to tell, unless you just don't have the right angle.
Yeah.
But I mean, the linesman who's right on the ice has the perfect angle, and honestly, we do up here as well. So, don't really know what's going on here.
They are certainly taking their time on this one.
Would be Dylan Duke's third goal of the year.
Tension is certainly palpable in Yost Arena.
And here comes the announcement. And the call will stand. The goal does count. It is 2-1 Wolverines.
Gotta wonder what that extra few minutes were for.
Yeah, I don't.
Definitely took an extra few seconds taking a look at that goal.
Right. And it's a pretty black and white call.
Yeah, it seemed certainly obvious, but obviously, you know, when you got referees really taking their sweet time, you got one guy continuing to look at it, you can't help but get a little nervous.
So 10:29 left in the second period. It's a 2-1 Wolverines lead as they take advantage of the third penalty that Boston University has committed in the game. And now another delay here. And advance of the faceoff at center ice. It'll be Skook versus Granowitz for the faceoff. And it will be won by the Wolverines. It will go into their zone, but Luke Hughes has it. Now the pass to Estapa. It'll come into the Terrier zone, coming around to the
too hard.
back.
Couldn't field it.
Estapa will get it. Wolverines will keep control. Hard shot there by Estapa. Number 32. Skook, I believe, but Terriers will take it into the Wolverine zone. And now Wolverines will
There's that aggressive play from the first period. It is definitely coming back.
And stoppage here. 9:56 left in the second period. And now we'll have our halfway. And it's going to be a penalty against
TJ Hughes.
TJ Hughes will get called for head con.
Or maybe.
We're not sure who. We have our 9:56 left in the second period, so there's a stoppage for.
It is not actually going to be Hughes. It's going to be Nick Granowitz, according to the big screen.
Cleaning the ice now, but it looks like now Granowitz will head over to the penalty box. So now, halfway through the second period, Boston University will have a chance to tie the game. Not what you want to see if you're the Wolverines. I mean, I think their defense has improved as the game has gone on. I do feel like they, early on, definitely looked like they struggled a bit. Put Portillo under pressure. It's gotten better. The Terriers only have one shot on goal in this period so far, but you know they're
that one goal went in. That one shot on goal went in.
It did.
Yes.
And now you figure they're probably going to get a couple shots at least during the power play. So not what you want to see if you're the Wolverines.
Definitely not. Granowitz was called for direct contact to the head, as it would seem.
What the stats feed is reading. So now it will be an offensive face-off for the Terriers.
5-on-4 opportunity for Boston.
Halfway through the second, 2-1 Wolverines lead. Face-off will come between Skoog and Gavin Brindley, and it'll be won by the Terriers. They have the puck coming around behind the Michigan net, and on the near side, Wolverines will clear it. Something they did a very good job of in the last BU power play. Terriers are going to take it back. It'll be number 23, Dominic Fensor, who will have it now on the far side. It's Skoog. Now passes off on the near side. Terriers still have it. Ethan Phillips with it. Now Fensor has it back. Now Brown has it. Going around to the far side behind the net. Terriers remain in control. Pass up the middle to Fensor. Shot attempt, and they score. Just a shot straight up the middle.
Not the best look at it, but sometimes that doesn't really matter.
And that was not really a shot with Eric Portillo back there that I would have expected to go in. Just could not block it. And now that's 2 shots and 2 goals in the second. I mean, if you look, he's almost back at the blue line. And that shot, that is not a good look for Michigan's defense. That shot has got to get blocked. It's not. And
that cannot go in.
Yeah, that cannot happen. In the 1-goal lead they had has quickly been erased. 2-2 game here with 9 minutes left in the second period.
Michigan player loses the pass.
Now Wolverines have it back in their own zone on the near side. It'll come out to center ice. Adam Fantilli will have it, and it'll get taken away briefly by the Terriers. He'll get it back. Now it gets knocked down. Wolverines still have it. Pass to the near side to number 63, Luca Fantilli. Now Dylan Duke will have it. Passes off. Now gets it back up center ice. Shot attempt and saved. And the Terriers are going to take it right back. Something we've seen a lot of as Lane Hudson gets it. Wolverines cannot maintain possession after missing a shot.
Wolverines
now it's back.
Almost intercepting some passes there.
Back on the Wolverine side. And Terriers have it in their offensive zone. And now that puck will get taken away by the Wolverines. And they will clear it going up the far side. Sam Biskevich. That puck's going to be taken right back by number 25, Sam Stevens, as the Terriers take it into the offensive zone, near corner. Wolverines will clear it out. They'll get it out of the zone. It's going to go into the Terrier zone. BU will take it back. It'll be Ty Gallagher who will have it to get it back into the Wolverine zone, and it will be an icing call. So the Wolverines, with 7:47 left in the second period, will get an offensive face-off.
2-2 is our score. 7:47 remaining in this second period.
It'll be on the far side. Players will be Ryan Green for the Terriers and TJ Hughes. Faceoff will be won by the Wolverines. Jacob Trescott has it up the middle. Shot goes well left. Now it goes behind the goal. Luke Hughes has it, and BU is going to clear it. Trescott will take it back in his own zone. Now the Terriers are going to take it, but Jay O'Brien, I believe it was, fell. Terriers still have it, and a good save by Eric Portillo, because Terriers, Ryan Green was right up in the net and looked like he had a really good opportunity to go give the Terriers their first lead of the game. Remains 2-2 with 7:25 left in the second. Looking at the replay right there, that is a very good save by Portillo, because he was closing in on an angle. They had a very good chance to take the lead.
Can't imagine splits like that are very comfortable for a goalie.
Game remains tied. Face-off on the near side between Estapa and O'Brien will be won by the Terriers. Goes across to the far wall. Now on the near side, Wolverines have it, looking to clear. They will. Nick Ranowitz has it center ice. Terriers trying to take it right back. They will. Pass from O'Brien to Jeremy Wilmer.
They decide to just clear it out.
Puck goes to the far side. And the Wolverines in their own zone will have it. Pass will come back to the other side, and it's going to be an icing. So the puck will return right back to the Wolverine zone. 6:56 left now. Shots are Wolverines 15, Terriers 13. The Wolverines have outshot the Terriers 7-2, or 7-3 rather, in the second period. But 2 of the 3 shots from Boston University have been goals. Now the faceoff will occur on the far side between Granowitz and Skoog. And it'll be won by the Terriers. They have control. Gallagher has it. Now O'Brien has it hit hard. Or that is Peterson, rather. Now on the near side, Wolverines trying to clear it, and they will do so. Granowitz will take it up to center ice. Now it's in the offensive zone for the Wolverines, but the Terriers are going to take it back.
Student section very not happy with that call. I believe something should have been called there. Refs disagree.
Now puck's back behind the Wolverines' goal. They'll come out. Terriers still have it.
Real aggressive play
behind the goal, and now still behind the goal. Terriers still have it, not really getting any looks, but keeping possession. Now Estapa is going to take over into center ice on the far side, and he's just going to clear it. Puck will go out of play. And with 6:05 left in the second period, the score is 2-2.
Both teams tied at 15 shots on goal apiece. As you said, Boston University scored on their first 2 shots of the period. 2 goals on 2 shots, the kind of stat that makes any coach drives them insane.
So the Terriers will win a face-off from center ice, but the Wolverines will try to take the puck back. They can't. Kaplan has it. Pass to the far side. Shot attempt saved by Portillo. The shot on the far side from Jamie Armstrong. Wasn't a great look. Had a chance, but not a terribly difficult save from Portillo. 15 shots on each side now. As we're under 6 minutes to play left in the second period, the score remains 2-2.
A couple of words were exchanged after that cover-up by Portillo between a Boston University player and some Wolverines.
Terriers will win the face-off in the Wolverine zone. Kaplan has a shot saved by Portillo again. Shot again, Devin Kaplan, but really not a very, just like the last one, not a very difficult shot to block. So they're getting shots, but they're really not great shots. Then again, we did see the game-tying shot was not one that should have scored, and yet it did. So get enough shots, and maybe something will go right for them. Puck remains in the Wolverine zone, and the Terriers will win the face-off again as Hudson has it, and the Wolverines will try to take it back. It'll go around to the far side. Luke Hughes fighting for the puck, and he will get it. Wolverines will clear it. Dylan Duke has it on the near side, and he's just going to clear it back behind the wall. And a hard shot by Sammy Skevich to number 2, McCarthy. But the puck is now in the Wolverine zone, and Portillo's going to have to cover it up again as the Wolverines seemingly cannot get off of defense. And one thing I think we've seen a lot is they're almost seem more interested in just clearing the puck than actually trying to keep his control and play offense.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they can see the Terriers defenders in front of them, and instead of trying to get anything going, instead of hanging back, they just clear the puck forward, and then that gives Boston the puck right back. So
now,
not the best offensive.
In the near corner, Wolverines have the puck. Can they do anything with it? TJ Hughes, no, he's just going to clear it. It's going to go back to Duplessis, and the Terriers are going to take it right back again. Wolverines are going to, it's still in the zone, but Phillips has it. He's going to pass it to the far side, and Terriers will clear it. Really hard shot there by Steve Holtz.
Whistle is going to be blown.
And I think it may have been an offside. 4:51 left, second period. Score is 2-2.
Hard hit from number 24 on the Wolverines.
Yeah, hard shot by Steve Holtz to, I believe it was Case McCarthy on the Boston side.
That one looked like it hurt, not gonna lie.
So the face-off will be in the neutral zone. And it'll be won by... The puck will go into the Boston zone, but they're going to have possession of it. And a whistle, and is there a penalty?
It might be. Number 18, O'Brien on Boston. Tripped on down, his face first onto the ice.
The penalty is going to be against Nolan Moyle. A tripping call against Nolan Moyle, and that is not good for the Wolverines.
Absolutely
the Terriers
not.
Scored on their last power play very quickly, and now 4:39 left in the second period. Game is tied, and they're going to have another power play.
Michigan defense just has not been able to turn the tables. It has just been seems like Boston has had very solid control of the puck for the last, I don't even know how long.
Totally agreed. It almost seems like the Wolverines aren't trying to possess the puck. Now Terriers have it in the Wolverine zone. Obviously have to just go for clear-outs when you're short-handed. But another shot, good save by Portillo as Matt Brown had a good shot. Fensor, shot goes over the goal. Terriers still have it, and another shot, and Brown will score. Terriers up 3-2.
Just
Matt Brown.
Ugly defensive play right there, gotta say. I don't know what happened, but
that did not look good. The last shot did not look good. And whatever I had said about the Wolverines trying to clean up their issues in the locker room, that has not happened at all. That's 2 power play goals the Terriers have scored in this period, 3 overall goals in the period, and they're now ahead 3-2 with 4:14 left in the second period.
Sloppy play in this period from the Wolverines. They did have that one really nice goal, but basically everything else has been coming up Terriers.
And the puck will go into the Terrier zone, but it looks like they're just going to take the puck right back. Wolverines, now they try to take it, but they just cannot hold on. As the puck Terriers will clear it. Wolverines will get it back. They'll get it into the zone. Now on the near side, and it's going to be and now there's
fight happening.
Yeah, fight
right
on
along
the near
the
side.
glass.
I think Rucker McGrarty knocked down. He is down.
He is, oof.
And
refs finally breaking up altercation between 21 on Boston.
And I think McGrarty's injured. I didn't see the shot, but you got to think something's going to be called.
That was an ugly shot, I have to say. From my angle, we'll see if they show the replay, but a Boston player, Gallagher, is going to go into the penalty box. McGrarty limping off the ice. That is never a good sign.
Now, see a replay here. Yeah, I think he just got tripped up. And I think that's the kneeing will be the call against Ty Gallagher. And Wolverines did not like that at all, nor should they have liked it.
No.
They will get a power play here, a 2-minute minor, with 3:50 left in the second period. And I think it's a cliche thing to say, but I think it's time to say it. They have not played well at all in this second period. They're down 1 goal. They have a power play. they must score right here.
Yeah.
They must score and tie the game.
If they can utilize this power play well, this could be a real big momentum shift.
Right. And then you get the game's it's a new game. You have the momentum back, and you can start to feel good about things. Right now, there's really not much they can feel good about.
No, nothing has been going well for the Wolverines, and I'd say the last 10 minutes of game time at the very least.
Totally agreed there, and I think they might review this to see if it should be more than a minor.
We'll have to see.
I mean, it did look. From the replay we saw, Michigan's going to challenge this.
Yeah.
Probably hoping for a major and game misconduct. I think I didn't see from the replay I saw. It's not like he was hit in the head.
It's definitely a penalty, but I don't.
Right.
I don't know if I agree with trying to get the major.
Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I don't think so. It didn't look. It
we'll
looked bad in real time, but I don't think it's anything egregious.
I love the Wolverine teammate immediately hopping out. I think that was number 4, Gavin Brindley. Immediately coming to the rescue of his teammate.
I mean, it's under.
Refs are already leaving the booth.
Yeah, call is confirmed. The crowd doesn't like it, but there was nothing there that could have justified giving a major.
No,
and I agree with you. I don't think it was a good challenge.
No, that was like less than a minute. The refs looked at it and immediately were like, nope.
Right.
I mean, obviously the fans are going to be mad.
Right. But
chanting some words we can't say on air, but
and I think now they lost their timeout, which could be very useful.
Yeah.
And their players shouldn't like it, but there's just nothing to it to justify it being a major.
No.
So they will get the face-off in the offensive zone now.
Still a minor.
And Terriers are just going to clear it right away.
Still a 2-minute minor penalty for number 4 on the Terriers.
Luke Hughes has
a 5-on-4 chance.
And he's going to pass it back to Samiskevich. Now the pass will come to Dylan Duke, and just a really far-out shot. No chance at all. Easily saved by the goalie, Vinny Duplessis.
Looking to, I assume, get the team reset up for a face-off right over here on the press side of the Boston side.
3:29 left in the second period, 1:39 left on the power play, and Wolverines will not be able to keep it in the zone. Luke Hughes has it center ice. Wolverines will have to reset. Pass will come to Adam Fantilli, and Terriers are just going to take it right back and clear it. Still lack of coordination by the Wolverines. Portillo has it behind the net. Adam Fantilli will get it back on the near side in the corner.
Wolverines doing absolutely nothing with this power play so far. Only 1:10 left in it. Forelli will go in it alone.
And Fantilli is knocked down. No call. Terriers are just going to clear it again as they've killed off just about a minute of that power play. Another minute to go. Luke Hughes has it skating up the middle into center ice. He'll pass it back. But Samiskevich has to run a long way, and it's just going to be covered up again by Duplessis. Really
There's
not.
Just no energy, no fire being played right now.
Nothing. And what you said about trying to take momentum back, I don't see any semblance of that right now.
There is absolutely zero vigor being played by those players out there. I don't know. I've never seen such a lethargic feeling power play.
So 50 seconds to go in the power play, 2:40 in the period, and Wolverines will have control, and Truscott will have it on the far side. Now Casey has it. Pass will go to 93 Ciccolini.
Back over
and
to Casey.
A long shot from Casey goes wide, hits the glass. Casey still has it. Pass it to Truscott. Shot goes wide again. Wolverines still have it. They're getting shots. They're not good shots.
But they are
and
shots.
A save by Casey. Pass off shot and blocked by a defender in the corner. 15 seconds left in the power play. Fight for the puck. Couple guys go down on the far side. Wolverines are going to get it. Still in the zone. Shot by Brindley is deflected as the power play is about to expire.
Brindley falls over, but does manage to keep control of the puck.
And it will. So Terriers are up to full strength. Wolverines could not do anything with that. Minute 40 left in the period. Wolverines still trail 3-2. Now the Wolverines have it. Hallam will take it into the Terrier zone. Shot just gets deflected by Gallagher. Puck's now behind the Terrier net, and Boston will take over as they will clear the zone. Granowitz will lose his stick, get it back. Now in the Michigan zone, they will have the puck. On the near side, it'll now be Marcus Stoppa with it. And now Nolan Moyle will come up into the Boston zone, get up to the goal. Shot attempt, a lot of guys there, could not get it in. And a call now, and now some fighting.
Whoa! He threw a punch at a dude on the bench.
Scoot threw a punch to someone on the Wolverines bench, and I think someone responded in kind. We could have a couple game misconducts there.
I have never seen that before.
I mean, Skook should be ejected, but I think someone from the Wolverines bench threw a punch at him. Estampa's heading to the penalty box.
Nobody on Boston heading over to the penalty box. He threw a swing at a guy on the bench.
He should absolutely be thrown out for that. I did not see what started that, but you cannot let him get away with that.
Yeah.
And now the refs are talking.
Number 94 on Michigan called for elbowing and direct contact to the head.
So incidental minors are called, and so it'll be a 5-on-4. After all of that, it's going to be a power play for Boston, and that does not seem right at all.
He threw a swing at a guy on the bench. You're just allowed to do that now?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get that. To me, that's got to be more than a minor.
Yeah.
That should be a major in game misconduct, in my opinion. It's not. So this power play, unless Boston scores in the next minute, will carry into the third period, and that is devastating for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
Face-off in the Wolverine zone, and then the Wolverines will have the puck. Terriers are going to take it back, keep it in the zone. Now Fensor will have it for the Terriers. Shot attempt will get stopped. Boston still has it. Shot goes behind the net. Boston still keeping control. 40 seconds left in the second period.
Terriers getting a couple decent looks at it, but Wolverines
will have it now. Good shape to clear it. They will with under 30 seconds left. They'll
quick
go around behind the net.
Made by the Wolverines. 16 seconds left. Terriers likely have one last good shot at the net.
And it gets stopped. Puck's behind it. Still in the Wolverine zone. 8 seconds left.
5 seconds
remaining.
Has
it, and 3 to go. Doesn't look like they're going to have time to get anything, and they will not. So the second period will end. It is 3-2 Boston University over Michigan. There is still a minute left on Marcus Stoppa's penalty when we come back for the third period. I gotta say, I was not really happy with how the Wolverines played in the first period, but they were up 1-0. This second period, it was just bad.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm really struggling to think, that one goal they had looked really good. They had maybe a minute where they looked really solid towards the end of that second period before that little scuffle broke out. And then I don't know what happened. That was just a really ugly played period, I think. All things considered, they should be lucky they're only down by 1 goal. They should be thankful they're still in this one, because that second period, let me tell you, was not pleasant to watch.
Yeah, it was not, and I think it wasn't totally unforeseeable with how the first period looked. Their mistakes caught up to them. That's what happened. And I just think the big thing that I saw is I think the Wolverines, it's almost like they're not trying to play offense. It's like Boston has an opportunity, kind of getting shots, and the Wolverines, instead of taking control, they're just clearing the puck. If they're lucky, it's just Boston taking it back without an icing call.
Yeah.
It's very tough to score. They had the power play, took advantage of it, scored. They were up 2-1 at that point, and it looked like maybe they'd get things together. They just haven't.
No. I mean, that second penalty, I said it as it was happening, but for the first minute of that power play towards the end of the period that the Wolverines had, there was just absolutely zero energy on that ice.
Yeah.
Just lame passes that Boston was intercepting, and they were checking downfield, and it's like they were just taking a leisurely stroll to go back and get it.
Absolutely.
I don't know what happened there, but it was not good. It was not pretty play.
No, not at all. And I think that's when I said at the start of that power play, they must score on that power play to gain momentum back. And just nothing gave any indication that they would be taking any momentum. So
no. The second minute, they were getting a couple shots on net. Not great ones, but shots nonetheless. But it just has not been enough. I think I'm glad that, I think the team is glad heading into this, you finally get a break heading into this third period only down by 1 goal. You got some major adjustments to make for that last period if you still want to be in this one.
Absolutely. They're in the game, but they have to play a lot better.
They gotta want to be in the game.
Right. Boston has clearly been the superior team, and it feels like they should be up by more than 1. As we'll now hand it over to a couple guys from the Michigan Daily to give their thoughts on what really did not look like a pretty second period.
And an eventful second period, I think is what we'll call it. But yes, we will transition it over right now. Thank you so much for listening to this game. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. This is Charlie Papalardo and John Tondora from the Michigan Daily, and we're here to just talk about what you think happened in that second period. So, John, it goes from 1-0 Michigan to 3-2 BU. What happened out there?
I think we looked at a slugfest that was all gas, no brakes, frankly. And, when a slugfest, someone has to win and someone has to lose, and it seems like BU really got Michigan's goat. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, I think the exact same thing you think, except this is really the mirror image of what happened yesterday in which BU was undisciplined and Michigan kept its cool. Michigan lost its discipline there, and it led to goals. Two penalty kill goals is not a good look, but also what's causing those penalties is another thing that you got to watch out for. It was a really chippy period in general. Both teams kind of getting into scrums, and BU coming out on top of them.
Yeah, that's certainly it, And speaking of that special teams play, we know that Coach Brendan Naranjo for Michigan, as well as Coach Jay Pandolfo for BU, both teams pride themselves on having elite power plays. So you know that if you give them these opportunities, they will not pass them up. To your point, Friday night, you saw Michigan take advantage of that, and now tonight, it's BU's story to tell.
Yeah, and the other thing is you're just seeing the speed of BU come out here. BU is looking fast, and that's really hurting Michigan because Michigan's trying to play a mixture of speed and physicality, but right now BU's just getting the better of them, both on 5-on-5 and especially on those special teams units. BU's looking fast, and they're taking advantage of that speed.
Exactly, and we spoke about this after the first period intermission, but BU and Michigan are very similar teams. They're both speedy teams. They're both teams that kind of like to punch above their weight, if you will. And right now, BU's really succeeding with that. I think you're exactly right. Their speed is kind of just outdueling the schemes that Michigan is trying to run with finishing their checks and playing a more physical game.
So, John, what does Michigan have to do to come back in this game?
I think if you're Coach Brendan Naranjo, you're walking into that locker room, you have to calm your guys down. It's getting physical, it's getting rowdy. If it wasn't college hockey, we would have seen some fights out here tonight already, but the fact of the matter is, if you're sitting in that locker room, you need to tell those guys they got to ease back and focus on playing their game.
And the inverse, if you're Jay Pandolfo, what do you tell BU to help them win this game?
I think if I'm BU, I'm saying, or if I'm Jay Pandolfo for BU, I'm saying don't let off the gas. They're playing exactly how they want to right now. They know they're a skilled team. They know they have the ability to score. And if they can go to Michigan and take these penalties and play in a sloppy style of game, I mean, it's going to go all BU from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really going to be a toss-up. I think right now BU has the energy. And coming out on a power play, that's really only going to help BU. But exactly what you said, if Michigan wants to win this game, they have to slow BU down. The way you do that is you lay smart hits, you hold the puck in the zone, you make smart passes, You hold the puck at the line, don't let it trickle past and have to reset and everything like that. So there's got to be really clean hockey and honestly slower hockey. Make BU play a style they don't want to play. And I think if Michigan can do that, they're going to end up just fine in this game. But if BU can keep it so that Michigan it has to be a track meet, and that Michigan doesn't get to hold pucks and they make sloppy plays, BU's going to win a track meet.
Exactly, Charlie. And, we were both here, of course, on Friday night. What can you speak to the resiliency of this BU team that is coming out for the second of 3 nights and is playing a much different game than on Friday?
I think Friday night, everybody knew that was not the best BU had to offer. And so I think Jay Pandolfo probably went and said, you guys know that's not the best you can do. Now you got to go prove it. And so BU's a good team. They're coming out, they're hitting hard, and I think it says a lot that they just didn't put their heads down, but that's why they're a top 10 hockey team, or at least they were before this weekend. We'll see how things shake out after tonight. But, top 10 teams, the good teams, aren't going to let one game phase them. And if Michigan loses tonight, I don't think they'll let this game phase them. But that's kind of what good teams do.
Yeah, and going forward, Charlie, regardless of who wins or loses tonight, there's definitely a lot to be learned from both sides. So if you're Coach Brandon Naurato, what are you taking from this game, or what do you want to take from this game going forward? They're playing Lake Superior State next weekend.
Well, playing Lake Superior State, I think you gotta look at BU and say, hey, if they're a team that likes to hit, we can play fast around them. Kind of what BU's doing to Michigan right now. But I think the biggest takeaway from this is that Michigan has explosive offensive talent, but that offensive talent has to run through the defense. You saw in that first goal, Luke Hughes made a play, rushed the puck off the ice, gave it to TJ Hughes, who put it in the net. The offense comes from offensive defensemen that Michigan has. And when the defensemen aren't able to hold the puck at the line, when they're not able to make smart plays, Michigan doesn't look good. And so you kind of got to talk to your guys. How do we keep the defensemen smart? How do we keep them building our offense, but also not letting BU get on breaks and score?
That's exactly right. BU has done a stunning job of stopping Michigan from getting into their schemes, running that umbrella 1-3-1 style of offense that they really like. We know they like to push the offense through their defensive end. And, I'll ask you the flip side of this question. If you're Jay Pandolfo for BU, they have another set of games coming up next weekend too. He's got to be pleased with what's going on with his team right now. What do you want to take away and build upon?
I think it's a mixed bag. If you're Jay Pandolfo, you want to take away tonight if BU ends up winning and forget Friday. Friday, BU did not look good. We know that. But the number one thing, if I'm Jay Pandolfo, that I'm going home to Boston and looking at is, how do we stop taking penalties? Even in this game when BU is a more disciplined team, they're still taking penalties and it's still giving Michigan chances. Talk to your guys. How do we play smarter? We got to be physical. We're small. But how do we be physical and smart about it? How do we not draw penalties? How do we do this well? So that's the biggest thing BU has to do in going forward. If they win tonight and if they lose tonight, it doesn't matter. They got to figure out how to stop with the bad penalties and keep up discipline.
Certainly. And, one final question that I have here for you, Charlie. We've spoken about this before, too, but you're looking tonight at a duel between 2 first-year head coaches. Brandon Naurato, of course, an interim coach. Jay Pandolfo hired for a bit of a longer tenure. How do you think that impacts this matchup? These 2 coaches who are early in their first years at the helm, and how do you think their leadership is changing this game?
I think they're just both trying to prove themselves. You talk to Naurato and Pandolfo, they both know that their job is not a guarantee next year. And so they're out here fighting for a job, fighting for the future, fighting for the chance to build their program. So obviously this series isn't going to be the end-all be-all of their season, but it's definitely big and something that they want to work on to create a good image early on in their tenure. All right, I think that's about all for us. We're going to head back to our desks, but thank you all for tuning in. If you want more from our coverage, check out the Michigan Daily sports section and specifically the ice hockey beat. Thank you so much.
Yep, this has been John Tondor and Charlie Papalardo. Thank you for listening.
Have a great day. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Michigan Daily, for giving us their outlook, their opinions on the game. I'm Ryan Dolson here once again. Got about 2 minutes remaining in this third period intermission. Wolverines, as we've been saying, got to come out explosive, I think, in this third period if they really want to stand a chance.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that the events of the last 4 or so minutes of the second period would light a fire under the Wolverines. A lot of chippy play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, as we noted, a swing at a player on the bench.
I can't get over that. I'm going to be thinking about that all week. I'm just going to be like, wow, I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, there was a potential boarding call where Gavin Brindley got pushed into the boards on the.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed to be all right, but no call by the referees, and I mean, Michigan definitely took exception to that, especially when they were penalized. They got a penalty for elbowing a couple minutes later.
Oh yeah.
Definitely see the frustration wearing over. So I mean, they just got to channel that energy. I mean, Michigan can come out hot in this third period.
Boston going to have 1 minute remaining on a power play to open up the third period. Boston leads 3-2, as well as on shots on goal. They have 23 to the Wolverines 21.
Yeah, and with 50 seconds left until this third period gets underway, what are you looking to see from the Wolverines here, Ryan?
I want to see more aggression. I want to see some energy. That team just, I said it over and over in the first minute of that power play they had towards the end of the second. They were just playing with no energy. It's like this team, just the defense could not turn the tables. They could not turn the tide. It was just all Boston offense all the time. Michigan was just not getting some not good passes and just not great looks on goal.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta assume that second period is gonna light a fire under them.
Oh yeah.
And you just gotta hope for the Wolverines that it doesn't lead to more silly penalties and putting Boston on the power play, and it leads to.
They were definitely getting a little angry, I think, towards the end of that period. Both teams really were. But we have 20 minutes left to decide who wants this game more.
Yeah, as Jay O'Brien wins the face-off for the Terriers, and they control, looking to break into the offensive zone, as we see Jay O'Brien carrying it down low, as he plays a pass out to the fence or and Tuck. That shot is deflected by Luke Hughes, up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off.
Only 15 seconds into that. 15 seconds away from the penalty kill. 15 seconds away from that third period.
Yeah.
There will be a face-off over on the press side of the Wolverines' end of the ice. I had to think for a second.
Yeah, as we see Fantilli winning the face-off and Carradine sending it around the boards, but that's kept in by Phillips. And Phillips controls the puck, lays it off for O'Brien, and he plays it to Fensor. And Fensor carries it down. Oh, pass across, but Tuck unable to connect with his guy. But O'Brien able to control the puck as he loses it in his skates. Steve Holtz tries to come over. Oh, pass across. Great opportunity and a good save. Oh, Matt Brown had a golden opportunity from a tight angle on the doorstep, but great save by Eric Portillo.
Very fancy stick work happening by the Terriers on that little possession there. They had the Wolverines biting on some fake passes, on some little swishes of the stick. Got them to bite for a minute, but 16 seconds will remain on the penalty kill for the Wolverines. 4-on-5 scenario here.
As we see the Terriers once again controlling the faceoff. Lane Hudson with it in the left circle. And right out in front, oh, and Wilmer with a golden opportunity. It may have come off of Dylan Peterson, his own teammate, and you see Luke Hughes picking up the puck.
Wolverines return to full strength.
Yeah, now Marcus Stoppa carrying it up the wing. He will send that in deep. And now Nolan Moyle will chase. He controls it down low. Passes it off to Marcus Stoppa behind the net. Passes it up to the point to Hamish Casey. That shot is deflected by Wilmer. Pass back to the point to Casey. Steve Holtz with a slap shot. That looks like it may have hit Nolan Moyle. As Moyle collects it, passes it to Stoppa behind the net. Ooh, good pass out front, but a nice Boston Terrier stick. Shuts that down. Is now Boston looking to break it out of their own zone, but good forecheck here by the Wolverines as rattled around, and Seamus Casey picks up the puck, and now Adam Fantilli will send it backhand behind, and Steve Holtz will pick that up, and that
back and forth, it would seem right there.
That one will go all the way around, and that will be an icing call. Boston Terriers bench upset with that one, but it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
Wolverines just getting no open looks, no good shots that they were liking right there. They're passing it way back and forth behind the Terriers' net. Players just unable to get open, unable to get set, unable to see anything that they really liked.
Yeah, so Adam Fantilli wins the draw here for the Wolverines. D to D, Luke Hughes with it now as he sends a shot that's deflected a couple times. And picked up here by Samiskevich. He fans on the shot. And Samiskevich has it in the corner. He tries to play it around, but Dylan Peterson comes away with the puck for the Terriers, and he will dump that in. Gloved by Eric Portil. He sends it down to Luke Hughes. And Hughes plays it around the boards to Truscott. And, giveaway there deep in the defensive zone for the Wolverines. Kind of sloppy from Adam Fantilli. As now Armstrong with the puck. As he's battling with Truscott. And now Luke Hughes. That puck is, right out in front. Nice centering opportunity. But Wilmer Skug unable to do anything with it as Mackie Samiskevich now carries it up for the Wolverines. And he carries it all the way around the net. Passes it out in front to Ciccolini. And Pearson passes it back to Ciccolini as he tries to jam one out in front, but unable to do anything with it as the Wolverines were in the middle of the line change. And that will be yet another icing for the Terriers and another offensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
Michigan playing much more solidly, much more aggressively offensively, but still making bad, ugly mistakes on defense that nearly cost them for just a moment there.
Yeah.
16:53 remaining in this third period.
Yeah, and the thing for the Wolverines is they just haven't really generated any good chances, even though they have been able to get some offensive zone pressure.
Definitely holding control of the puck much more often, it feels.
You see a face-off between Jay O'Brien and TJ Hughes, but ref will call that one back. And now we will get the second iteration as TJ Hughes battles for it, but the Terriers able to come away with it. Tried to play it up the board. Keaton Pearson does a nice job of keeping it in. Eric Ciccolini picks up the puck as he will send that down. And Keaton Draper plays the puck for the Wolverines. Around the boards, Keaton Pearson will wrap it all the way around. Luca Fantilli pinching in. Nice play there as TJ Hughes had it out in front but unable to get his stick on it. Ciccolini now playing the puck for the Wolverines. It's good work here by the fourth line. Able to keep some offensive zone time for as we see kind of a clothesline there from Luca Fantilli on Jay O'Brien. But and a giveaway. No. And a nice stick there by Seamus Casey. Keaton Pearson gave it away to Matt Brown, but Seamus Casey with the nice stick to snuff out that scoring chance as he comes right in. Nice stick save there from Vinny Duplay. And now Matt Brown coming around again as he tries to wrap that one out in front, but deflected, and the net gets dislodged, and we'll have a face-off.
Goal comes loose. Noticed it wobbling a couple minutes earlier, actually, I believe, on a close one, so finally got uprooted, it would seem.
And this face-off will come out to center ice as Wilmer Skoog will battle it with Gavin Brindley.
Children of Yost getting extra loud and rowdy for this face-off.
Yeah, these were the two that got into the altercation late in the second period, right along the bench, as both were given 2-minute minors. And now Eric Portil playing the puck up and around the boards. And Jackson Howell, we'll get a delayed penalty as that's going to be interference on the Terriers as Jackson Hallam played the puck around.
Hallam hunched over.
Yeah.
Really needing to catch his breath for a moment. That one certainly knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, and still we're just seeing more and more chippiness as after the whistle, two guys, Adam Fantilli and Dylan Peterson, getting into it.
Terriers had to sit with that 9-2 loss for a whole 48 hours. I'm sure that was just eating them up inside. I'm sure they were mad about it. I'd be mad about it.
Yeah, and we get Case McCarthy going to the box for the Terriers, and this will give the Michigan power play an opportunity to try to tie this game up. See Fantilli winning the draw, passing it out to Luke Hughes.
Crucial power play here.
Adam Fantilli trying to find an option. Good control in the offensive zone, down low to Dylan Duke. Fantilli playing it off to Luke Hughes, and he plays it back to Fantilli. Shot right in, oh, and that one, nice save. Dylan Duke jammed at it on the doorstep, but Vinny Duplay making a nice save to keep this game, to keep the 1-goal lead for the Terriers.
Oh, yeah. As I was saying, very crucial power play here with only about 15 minutes left in the game. Your opportunities, your chances to even it out are going to get slimmer and slimmer as the game progresses.
As we see the Terriers winning the faceoff, they will send it down the ice to kill a little bit of time on this penalty.
Got to make the most out of the opportunities you get this late in the game.
Yeah, especially with the dangerous Wolverines special teams. You gotta think that this is gonna be one of the better opportunities they have as Samiskevich carries it in. TJ Hughes with it. He passes it back to the point with Samiskevich. And Samiskevich gets it back from Luke Hughes. Snapshot, but nice save by Duplay. As Luke Hughes, Samiskevich plays it off to Adam Fantilli. Samiskevich, oh, tip out in front by Dylan Duke, but nice pad save by Duplay. And now Luke Hughes proning. Adam Fantilli looking for an option. Samiskevich, and a slap shot there. Drew a swat high and wide. Oh, came. Ooh.
Almost a beautiful rebound.
Yeah,
Not
high and
meant
wide.
to be.
Came right back out in front, but Dylan Duke unable to get a stick on it. Is now Gavin Brindley will carry the puck up for the Wolverines as that one rattles high and wide around. And ooh, nice job keeping it in there and Rutger McGordy may have an opportunity, but and Gavin Brindley gets it back. He takes a shot.
10
that
seconds
rattles off
remaining on the power play.
Yeah, nice block there. But Seamus Casey with the puck. Jacob Truscott feigns a slap shot. Oh, Rutger McGordy fanned on the one-timer, and now we are back at even strength. And Jacob Truscott, ooh, just misplays that pass, and that'll come out to center ice for the Wolverines. As we see Marcus Stappa trying to get a little crafty, get it in, but Dylan Peterson carrying it in for the Terriers, and now Marcus Stappa able to pick up the puck, and he will send it in.
13 minutes remaining in this game.
That's played up the boards by the Terriers, and now Wilmer Skoog will play it as he's guarded by Jay Karanen. And now Nolan Moyle D'ing up Lane Hudson as he's protecting the puck from Nolan Moyle. Finds a pass. Ooh, Dylan Peterson sends that one wide.
Wolverines have to know this defense playing with aggression, have to know that a 2-goal lead for the Terriers would be seemingly insurmountable.
Yeah, as you see Luke Fantilli trying to get it out, but Luke Tuck there to intercept. And now Wilmer Skoog plays it up to Dylan Peterson as Tuck tries to toe drag past Casey, but he's unable to do so. And now Steve Holtz will pick it up for the Wolverines as he carries up to center ice. He sends it around the boards. Jackson Hallam there to try to corral it. And now Steve Holtz, gets it lost in his stick. As we see, great opportunity out in front, but Green, but Eric Portillo comes up big once again for these Wolverines.
Put that leg out, stopped the puck, didn't allow him to get any sort of look on it.
Nice shot block there by Keenan Draper as Quinn Hudson had an opportunity. As we see just a little miscommunication there as Hallam got the puck caught in TJ Hughes' skates, and now Mackie Samiskevich carrying it up. Tried to find that top left corner, but unable to do so. Luke Hughes with a pass. It goes high and wide of his target. And that will be sent out to center ice for Boston as they look to get a change. As we see
Boston player temporarily losing his stick.
Oh.
Managed to pick it right back up.
And it looks like we will have an offsides there as Mackie Samaskevich a little too eager to get into the zone.
Happens to the best of us.
11:03 remaining in this third and final period. And for all those listening on 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor, we will be changing over to a different
Program.
To a different program, excuse me. Thank you, Ryan. Different program at 7. So if you want to catch the end of this excellent game so far, head over to our YouTube channel, WCBN Sports, and you'll be able to catch the last couple minutes of action.
Definitely don't want to miss this game coming down to a truly explosive ending.
Yeah, as we see, battled for it. Marcus Stappa able to center it, but nobody there. And now BU able to carry it out. Matt Brown and Rucker McGordy has a chance, but nice defensive play there by the Terriers to kind of take all the venom out of that shot. And Lane Hudson will send it down deep. That's collected by Eric Portillo. As now Luca Fantilli misplays the puck a little bit. And Wilmer, nice pass out in front for O'Brien, but just goes wide as that got a shot.
Slips out of Portillo into the net.
Yeah, a shot from Case McCarthy from the point. Just got through Portillo, but luckily no one there on the doorstep. As we see pass out in front. Adam Fantilli with a great opportunity, but a nice glove save by Vinny Duplay there. And we will have as he throws the puck, we will have a stoppage with 9:44 remaining in the third period. Michigan still trailing by a goal.
Every minute counts this late into the game. Every opportunity, every shot matters.
Yeah. And Ryan, what do you think that Michigan's got to do to get back in this game and get that goal to tie it up?
Definitely just got to keep looking for those right shots. You got to keep pushing up on the offense. It was a really scary moment there. Let out a little audible gasp, hoping to get picked up on the air, where Portillo puck nearly went right between his legs, managed to clear that one out. Wolverines definitely got to be feeling the desperation. Boston almost making this a 2-goal lead. Wolverines really need to get on the board and get on the board fast to tie this one up.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Ryan. I think you gotta get some urgency here if you're the Wolverines. I mean, this has been a physical game, hard-fought game, and it's been very hard-fought on both sides.
Oh yeah.
So if you're the Wolverines, you just got to find one goal, one opportunity, and once
seize everything they've ever wanted.
Yes, as our local boy Eminem once said.
Of course.
As we see a face-off to the right of the Boston cage, Adam Fantilli loses out to Sam Stevens, and that, not sure what that deflected off of, but got up.
Can't quite say.
And Jacob Truscott now with the puck in the defensive zone for the Wolverines. And now Adam Fantilli.
Neither team able to get control of the puck.
As
back
Armstrong
there.
passes it to Stevens. Nice pass there by Luke Hughes playing Samaskevich. And now Samaskevich will carry it into the offensive zone as he prones for an opportunity. That one goes off a stick and up and into the net for a face-off.
Score remaining 3-2 here. Boston with the lead. 9:08 remaining in the game. Some quick substitutions are going to be made. This will be a face-off over on the Boston side. Both teams tied at 28 shots a goal. That is going to be Moyle taking the face-off for the Wolverines.
Nolan Moyle up against Wilmer Skoog as a little tie-up after the face-off. Fought for, and Eric Ciccolini able to pick it up in the corner. He plays it back to the point to Steve Holtz. D to D, same as Casey, as Ooh.
An aggressive hit happening there allows Boston to take control.
Granowicz with an opportunity. Oh, and Skoog places his stick nicely there as he deflects that one up and out of play for another face-off. Yeah, so this game with 8:49 left.
Michigan is starting to get much better possession of the puck and some much better shots, but not really getting the looks that they want, it would seem. They're taking the shots, but they're not good angles. They're not really good looks, I have to say.
And credit to BU for not really opening up the floor for Michigan, as it were. They're kind of locking everything down, making sure they're putting their body where they need to be, and they're making it hard on the Wolverines.
Yeah,
as you
definitely.
see BU break, and Luke Tuck tries a shot. Easy save for Portillo, and that's carried up the wing. And now, nice stick there by Rucker McGordy, anticipating the pass. As he plays it out in front. Oh, Marcus Stoppable. Great stick there by the captain of BU, Dominic Fensor, as he snuffed out that opportunity. That was a great chance for the Wolverines.
That had to be the Wolverines' best look at the net they've probably had all period. As the Boston players throws Luke Hughes to the side there. Play definitely starting to get a little bit chippy again as we approach under 8 minutes remaining in this game.
As you see, Luke Hughes kind of losing the puck, and now great opportunity right out in front for Ethan Phillips, but a big stop by Portillo. Yeah, and Michigan again just a little sloppy, giving Boston an opportunity to maybe put this game to bed with only 8 minutes remaining.
2-goal lead. With how this Michigan team has been playing, in this broadcaster's humble opinion, I really don't see them coming back from that. I think the Wolverines really need to be careful not to get a little too aggressive on offense and allow their defense to slip up and give Boston a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Samoskevich carries the puck into the offensive zone for the Wolverines. He's rode into the boards by Fensor, but Dylan Duke battling for it back there. As Steve Holtz with an opportunity, but that goes off of a BU player and out of the zone. And Seamus Casey will collect the puck for the Wolverines as he carries it up to center ice. Ooh, nice move as he left Ryan Wilmer in the dust. Adam Fantilli with a chance. Dylan Duke with a great opportunity right out in front. Oh! Just could not get the shot right.
No, he seemed he was waiting an extra second just for that one little window of opportunity to appear that never did.
Yeah, as Dylan Duke, another chance, threw it at the net. And there we go. And we see Luca Fantilli pick up the puck. He passes it to his brother. He will send it deep. Jackson Hallam will go chase. As BU plays it, Ryan Wilmer plays the puck. He pays it back to his D-man. He gets it back. Saucers one up. Nice play by Luke Fantilli to snuff that on the neutral zone as that's sent in deep by the Terriers. And now D-to-D, Luca Fantilli gets the puck. As we see, plays it up to Keenan Draper. And that's back in the neutral zone. Luke Hughes with the puck. He will chip that in, and TJ Hughes will go give chase. As we got a scrum for it on the far right board. As Nolan Moyle able to come out with the puck as he's pushed in the boards by Ty Gallagher. And now the puck is behind. Ty Gallagher wraps it around. And nice pinch there by Luke Hughes to keep that puck in. Nice fighting, battling by Eric Ciccolini. And Nolan Moyle throws in a check, but Cade Weber able to snuff that out and send it to center ice. Eric Ciccolini with an opportunity. Ooh, and a nice save there by Duplay.
Boston's defense, and that goaltending especially, has just been beautiful this third period. Wolverines definitely playing with a lot more energy, a lot more desperation, and they're just not getting the looks because Boston is playing so well.
Yeah, I mean, the intensity for the Wolverines is definitely picked up.
Oh, certainly.
And
they've had some, in any other game, some what would have been almost sure things, it would feel like, but this Boston defense, they've been right there to put a stop to any potential breakaways, open shots, anything. the Wolverines could muster up.
Yeah.
5:41 remaining in this game. Boston still up by 1. Wolverines win the
Just
faceoff.
see Steve Holtz take a shot from the point that is deflected high and wide. Seamus Casey playing the puck. Rucker McGorty, kind of a soft shot from the point as that's easily gloved by Duplay. That will be a face-off on the offensive zone for the Wolverines as they will get a change. 5:32 remaining here in the game, and
Wolverines leading the shot count now, 31-30, despite being down by 1.
yeah, and I mean, if you're the Wolverines, that's kind of do or die time now.
Oh, yeah.
They've had the puck in the offensive zone most of this third period. It seems like.
I definitely agree.
So you just gotta get that one. As we see Luke Hughes out to the point. Oh, nice job by Jacob Truscott. Oh, that shot just goes high and wide as Dylan Duke recycles it to the point. Jacob Truscott out in front to Fantilli. Ooh, as that shot goes up off of Case McCarthy and out of play, which will be another face-off in the offensive zone.
Every time you see the Wolverines miss that shot, you get upset and say they're really not going to get a better opportunity than that, only to be presented with another even better opportunity 30 seconds, a minute later, that also does not manage to go in.
Yeah. We will see a face-off as Marcus Stappa will take this up against Sam Stevens, as we see Stevens win the draw, and Boston clears it out to center ice. Luke Hughes now playing the puck. Back to Jacob Truscott. And now Hughes will get it as he makes a move on Armstrong and passes it off to Brindley. Sends it into the far corner. Rucker McGorty. And Sam Stevens tries to play that out, but unable to, as Luke Hughes trying to finagle his way, but
Boston
unable.
defenders are right there.
Yeah, unable to, as McGorty recycles it in for the Wolverines, and Fensor tries to clear that puck up the boards, but unable to, as now that's out to center ice. And Steve Holtz will play it down in deep for Marcus Stappa to chase. As we see, nice forechecking again by the Wolverines. Is Stappa kind of threw that from a tight angle at Vinny Duplay, and he's able to make the save.
4:23 remaining in this game. Teams continuing to be a little chippy after every stoppage of play over in that Boston side. See a couple shoves thrown. Tensions running very high as game time runs very low.
Yeah, I mean, this has definitely got the big game feel that it was built up for, with both teams being in the top 10. As we will see Wilmer Skoog face off against, Sam Stevens face off against Adam Fantilli. Stevens won the draw, but
play will stop.
It looks like we got the signal for a hand pass, as it didn't seem as though Steve Holtz played the puck with his hand, but that's what the referee saw, so we'll get a face-off just outside the Boston University zone. And now we got Jay O'Brien, top line here, out for the Terriers as well as for the Wolverines.
Almost thought the Wolverine stole that pass right there, but he did not.
As we see a giveaway is Matt Brown. Ooh, great stop by Portillo once again. Just sloppy giveaways in the defensive zone.
That shot had the potential to be a real dagger into the game, but Portillo with a great save. Very awkwardly played, especially reviewing that replay. Not quite sure. Something went wrong there, and I'm not quite sure what the...
As you see TJ Hughes going up against Jay O'Brien, and now Jacob Truscott plays the puck to Jackson Hallam. He'll carry it up the wing. As, nice move there by Hallam. Passes back to Hughes.
Zooming down that ice.
Yeah, Hallam's definitely got that speed. Can say that much. As we see the puck played out of the zone, and Hallam controls. He'll play it to Jacob Truscott. Play it down to Nolan Moyle. And Ty Gallagher controls the puck. And now Matt Brown out in front, but Oh, dangerous play there by Portillo as Skoog was bearing down on him. He played the puck right into Skoog. Kind of lucky that that didn't end up in his own net.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was a big open ice hit by Luke Tuck, and Case McCarthy with the slap shot turned aside by Portillo.
Cannot allow the Terriers to be getting these kind of shots this late into the game. Down by 1.
See Wilmer Skoog recycling it down deep for Luke Tuck, but the wraparound try denied by Portillo once again. And we see Dylan Peterson trying to find an opportunity as that will go off of a Wolverine skate and relieve some of the pressure here and let them get new fresh bodies on the ice.
2:35 remaining in this game. Really don't like seeing Boston with as much control of the puck with this little time remaining. Wolverines steal a pass though.
As we see a shot from the point, Steve Holtz unable to get it through. And now Sam Stevens will chase the dump by the Terriers, and Marcus Stopple will play that out to center ice. And now Ty Gallagher controls, passes it off to Cade Weber. Cade Weber will try to dump it down deep, but unable to. It's a nice play there by Marcus Stopple, but ooh, nice stick by Cade Weber.
1:50 remaining in this game.
And Adam Fantilli found a streaking Dylan Duke, but good stick there by the Terriers again.
The goalie is coming out for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
6-on-5 opportunity, empty net here with 1:35 remaining in the game.
As we see, it's battled for down low, and that will be sent around the boards, and Armstrong here for the, and kind of a misplaced pass there, but by Mackie Samoskevich, but luckily for the Wolverines, nothing comes of it as Samoskevich now carries it up as he tries to force it into the offensive zone. And we'll get an offsides call as it's kind of some tangling of some legs right near the blue line causes the play to be offsides.
1:12 remaining here in this game. Empty net situation on the ice. No, goalie actually for the face-off. Portillo coming back onto the ice just for a moment.
And we will have the top line, top center here for the Terriers. Jay O'Brien taking the face-off against Gavin Brindley. And as we can see, Eric Portillo well outside of his goal, anticipating the Wolverines winning this face-off as they do, and Luke Hughes plays it, and they will get an extra skater on the ice. And now Luke Hughes playing the puck. He plays it back down low. Last minute of play as Luke Hughes tries to play that through some bodies, unable to. And that puck deflects up high. Back out to the point with Luke Hughes. Plays it off to Truscott. He sends one in. Ooh, got deflected, but ended up a little high. Now Luke Hughes with the puck. Oh, he miscontrols it, and that will get out to center ice, unfortunately for the Wolverines.
35 seconds remaining in this game. Time for one last shot with
as we see
everything
McGordy with an opportunity, but high and wide.
Whistle will be called. Play will be stopped. Children of Yost not happy with some call on the ice.
Yeah, as we will see, that play, that puck got up into the netting, so we'll see an offensive zone draw here for the Wolverines. And
5 seconds exactly remaining in this third period.
As we'll get a little conference from the officials. I think they're probably discussing whether that puck was deflected or if that puck ended up just going straight out of play. And we will see Adam Fantilli as the Wolverines control it, pass back to Luke Hughes at the point as he gets past the first man, and Adam Fantilli with an opportunity. Oh, nice save there by Duplay. 10 seconds remaining. Now Seamus Casey with an opportunity. Passes it back to Luke Hughes. Oh, and that one just deflects wide.
Oh.
And that will do it here from Yost Ice Arena. And a fight after the game. And everybody's getting into it. As
Players coming off the bench to come
Oh
get
my
support,
goodness.
but oh no. A real chippy game being played, but you do not enjoy seeing that.
O'Brien had Luke Hughes down in a pin. And, man.
You do not enjoy seeing that, regardless of who started it, regardless of what happens.
Kind of indicative of how this game has gone, with just chippiness on both sides and led to it boiling over. And kind of makes you wonder if we'll see any fireworks in this handshake line after the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, Ryan, so any final thoughts on the game?
Wolverines just really played a bit of a sloppy game in that first and especially in that second period, and that was really the deciding factor. By the time I think the team woke up, realized what they needed to work on, by the time they were getting some great looks in the third period, it was really too late. Boston had that way too well scouted, and the Wolverines just had absolutely nothing to do with it. So many breakaway opportunities, so many open shots, just not the angles that they wanted. Boston goalie had that very well scouted, as it will seem that there are no fireworks, punches thrown, or any sense of physicality at the handshake line. You do like to see that at least.
Yeah, and tough way to end the weekend after such a great game on Friday. But the Wolverines
lose a heartbreaker of a game.
Yeah, Wolverines just unfortunately woke up a little too late in that game. Played a great third period, but gotta win all three. Unfortunately, can't just win the one.
Exactly. Final score will be Boston University 3, Michigan Wolverines 2, with a shot on goal differential of 34-33. Guess that one shot on goal really made all the difference.
Yes, it did. And for Stevie Macgregor and Ryan Dolson and our colleague Zachary Linder, this has been WCBN Sports presentation of Michigan hockey. We will see you next time.
Good night.